Ace Ventura.
I wish the mics were on.
Our mics are on?
No, I said I wish they were.
Yeah, so Friday night after the practice clinics, we went over to a family's house or something. Came back around like,
Just a random
swear to God.
family?
No,
Random
not
family
that. No name drops. But and I got back here like 11:30. I'm just exhausted because I was working with you guys. Had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. And I was thinking about Wednesday when we did fancy talk, and you're like, "Oh, that's such a brag saying that you didn't even do it." I'm like, "I gotta do it this week. I gotta do this." And I kept on like getting lower, and like kept falling asleep. I was like, "I gotta do it. I gotta do it."
Passing out.
I had 2 transfers to do because I missed last week. I was like, I only have enough strength to do 1 transfer. So I did 1 transfer. I got Begovic, and then I went upstairs. I was like,
transfer.
I was like, I have to get him. Everything else took. My eyes were like water. Like I was just like, I was a zombie.
Is it a hangover or?
No, not at all. I just
drunk.
Off of fantasy?
No. I just exhausted from working.
Fluid?
Roofied.
No, I'm just exhausted from working. I work hard.
On a similar note,
Was it from that save that you made at U14 girls soccer?
First off, they
broke your kneecap?
U12.
U12.
broke the kneecap.
You've never like taken like a goalie course, or you never like
Session
coached
training,
the goalie session.
My brother was a
or
goalie
anything?
coach.
So naturally that means you're a
watch
goalie
on the
coach.
family.
I watched
Yeah,
him there.
Yeah, this is how you make a save, girls.
You can dodge the wrench. You can dodge the ball.
Someone call 911.
No, it wasn't. It was just one of those things where it's just like, crap. The best girl on the team was coming at me. She made the move. She made me look foolish. I was like, she can't score on me. So I like, it's like one of those like sets. Oh shoot! And then I like shuffled to the right, made a big save, and landed right on the top of my kneecap.
Oh
And
my God,
I think at first I thought I broke my kneecap because I went over to Fareed. And
Dude, there's a pool of liquid floating around it and in front of it.
I went over.
I don't know if it's there anymore.
I went no.
We gotta record it and put it in the show notes. Put a link to the show.
Make it a GIF.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
this is for
PFC. He's making a save.
I went right over to Fareed. I'm like, dude, I think I messed up my knee. It was instantly black and blue.
Jesus.
Yeah, but whatever. That was back in
Worth
August.
it.
It did. Yeah,
Worth
it didn't exactly hurt. Yeah, she can't score on me. That's that.
That's right.
I bet
Yeah.
she scored on you.
No.
Yeah, okay, Huss. There's no witnesses. You can say whatever you want. She probably like rainbowed it over you.
Yeah.
Busted
Street-
your
Street-
Rainbow bike.
Street-
Yeah. Yeah.
Rainbow goals.
Yeah.
right?
Girls getting ready for the World Cup. The women's side. She's nasty.
Yeah, because the men can't make it. Useless.
Boom.
Oh, shots
Should add
fired.
Lando.
I'm happy about that,
Should have
man.
had Lando in the mix.
Lando
Maybe.
USA.
Who
What are they? Lando USA.
Slide in the charts.
When is Lando going to be
Climb
a
the
manager?
charts.
When's he going to just like, take all his courses, become a manager?
I don't think he
I want him to
will. I
be
don't know.
president
Yeah, I don't think
of
he's
the
about that
MLS. That's what I'm looking for him. President, CEO.
He should get into
No,
business.
He
he-
need to send a seat.
Yeah,
He's a
something like
lifetime
Fucking Kyle
MLS.
Martino. Not Kyle Martino. Is that his name?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
NBC pundit.
Oh,
That
don't
guy's
take-
running for it.
Come on, man.
Give me
I
a-
love
Dude,
Kyle.
I like the
Fuck
fact
it,
that
love
he's
Kyle.
running for it. I like.
Yeah, I like Kyle, man.
Why you gotta even
All right,
You know who else
NBC.
is
Sorry,
running for
NBC.
You know who else is running for it? Ronaldo.
I like Eric
Ronaldo's running for
Ronaldo.
it,
He's
yeah.
respectable.
Dude, I was listening to an interview he did on this other
Career-wise.
podcast I listened to, Total Soccer Show, and it was great, man. Like he's really well thought out. I don't think he'll win because he said he's not about that like political life.
He is the Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, man. Very idealist. Very idealist. I love his ideas and stuff, but I don't know
You gotta
if he
play
can
the
get
game,
past
man.
the money.
You
Yeah,
gotta
man.
play the
There's
game.
so
You
much
gotta
money.
shake hands and take
Yeah.
checks.
Exactly.
You know, under the
Unfortunately.
table.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
talking about, Huss? Staring me down.
That's under the table. All right, let's get into Premier League. This is PFC 204. We in here. Premier League match day 12. We're gonna open it up with the North London Derby.
Arsenal,
You'll always
Arsenal.
be shit.
They're gonna
You'll
win the-
always be
they're gonna win the league
shit.
now.
Tottenham Hotspurs. You'll always be shit.
That's
I
what they
love
were
it.
saying. I heard it, dude. I heard it, and I was
Love
like,
it.
"What are they saying?"
It sounded like 2009 all over again.
It did.
You know, like
It did, huh?
Arsenal haven't been able to chant like that in a long time.
Bro, the atmosphere was amazing at the Emirates.
And the internet looked like Arsenal back in, like you're saying, Al, the mid 2000s, man. You got Arsenal fan TV. Everyone's losing and gushing over Ozil.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, man. All over the internet. Is Arsenal back?
Gosh.
And it all comes down to one word, man: inconsistency. You know, this team can play like they played this weekend, whenever they want to. but only when they want to.
That's the problem.
Mustafi and Koscielny,
Problems.
lockdown defense, man.
Absolutely.
And Mustafi gets the goal
Dude.
for his troubles too.
And what about Mesut? Out there making slide tackles, dropping in, working hard.
Actually
He's playing for a
showing
contract.
effort, man.
Playing for a
Contract.
Yeah, to United.
It's
To
a-
United, he's
That's
showing
it.
Jose he can still work. I can still work, coach. I work.
All right, this is not about Man United.
That's what it's gonna
All right,
turn
let's
into,
cut this
bro.
out. First
No,
of all, we
I-
started on a pessimistic foot. All right, talking about inconsistency. Let's just give him credit, man. It's the
Yeah.
North London derby. Everyone's saying that there's been a shift in North
This
London.
was a
that
tired Spurs
are the
team.
actual
They're very tired.
Maddox
Playing Champions League.
75%
Harry Kane not fit.
I'll give you Harry Kane hamstring a little bit gimpy.
Not
Everyone's
not
a little bit.
I think
gimpy
there's
right
a
now.
lot of it. I mean, at first he
A
was
lot
like
of
riding a little bit, but even at the beginning, he had the flick on, goes after the ball, and he almost pulls up on the running because he had the who was it, Mustafi that came back. I forget who the defender was, but he had him beat.
I tell you what, he wasn't 100% against Real Madrid, and he was still doing work. So if you give him credit when they beat Real Madrid and Harry Kane, oh, he's such a savage. Even though he's a little bit hurt, he wins against Real Madrid. You lose against Arsenal Sunday.
Well, I'm
No,
saying
this game was deeper than just Harry Kane, man. I thought Dele Alli had a howler. He
Took
was
a
a
nap.
phantom. He was
Took
an
a nap.
absolute phantom
For
this
the-
game.
for the
Had the
last
ball,
month,
and he had the ball. He lost it whenever he tried to. Just said the thing with this game, Dele Alli was the main culprit. No one's passing the ball. Spurs are trying to do it all individual style.
You know why?
Arsenal tiki taka, moving the ball. Spurs trying to dribble, trying to force it, and it
Because they
wasn't coming
suck.
off.
Because they suck.
No, you know why?
They-
Arsenal did brilliantly and gave Spurs their own medicine, tasted their own medicine with the high press. They couldn't get the ball. See, I think
excellent
the
high
biggest
press.
mistake they made, and Tom, you mentioned it in the text, the group text, was not starting Harry Winks.
What the hell was that
The
about?
problem with starting Dembele, I think he was going physical to be physically
And
superior
Dembele
in the
did well.
midfield.
Dembele was a
He
beast.
did
in
well,
it,
but
Not as well
Sissoko,
as Harry Kane.
Sissoko's
Sissoko.
vision and passing is just not there. He's better receiving the ball than going on a run. And Dembele as well. He's not the type of guy who's going to look forward first. I'm not saying he's a negative passer, but like he's not like Harry Winks. He's
Yeah,
gonna
relative
look
to
for the
Harry
ball.
Winks, absolutely.
Harry Winks has been the guy really pulling all the strings.
Perfect
He's
word.
been pulling all the strings for them.
He pulls it right from the defense, then gives it to Eriksson,
Oh.
who Eriksson's already in the final
Oh my
third.
God.
The problem is Eriksson had to keep dropping, and your midfield was absolutely work rate on 10.
I was so happy when I saw that Musa Sissoko and Dembele, Musa
Musa
Dembele,
brothers.
the Musa Bros were starting. Like, I was like, first of all, no Son. He scored the week before that. I was like, this is beautiful. Like, they're not trying to come
Yeah,
at us
the lineup.
with their full best out team. I thought Pochettino maybe overthought it, but at least I can see his logic. I can see what he's going
Yeah.
for.
Great
Sead
physicality.
Kolasinac is on the left side. He's going to match up with Sissoko on the right side. Dembele's back for me. We need a little bit tougher midfield. So I saw the logic, but he should have rode with the hot hands. For me, though, Davison Sanchez,
Oh,
he was the
Had a
guy to
game.
me who showed me that his potential is absolutely through the roof.
he's
And Mike Dean screwed him over.
Bayou level potential.
He
I would
is.
say he's in that class.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, going back to that first goal that Arsenal got on a brilliant tackle on Alexis
Yeah, Tom.
Sanchez. But going back a little bit further,
I'll take it.
dude, how about the control? I just want to highlight, man, this guy is an absolute freak of nature. Alexis Sanchez controls the ball with his forehead off a 60-yard ping. You know, like no, and it
Class.
went right where he wanted it to go. It was absolutely incredible, man.
Class.
even at the end of the game, he had that ball right through the middle. He takes the ball out of the air, right in stride. Then he gets brought down to his knee, still
Yeah.
find a way up.
Yep.
I mean,
And shoes it.
that is class right there. And the thing is, the guy never quits. He could have went down. He could have maybe went for a penalty. You see him
Honestly-
going. You see him going after the ball. Afterwards, he does like a little funny head first slide.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
for the
dude.
fans. That's for the entertainment. But everything else, you guys are gonna be missing him next year.
I
But
think,
the- but
I think
the-
it's 0-0.
Bring it back down to negativity. Bring me up just to bring me
Hey,
down.
no, here you go.
Bitch.
Ozil will probably stay. I'll tell
I
you.
don't
that.
want him. I'd rather have Ozil leave and Alexi stay.
Well, guess what? You don't have a choice. Alexi's leaving.
do have a
Ozil's
choice.
But
staying.
going back to that first goal,
Yeah, that's it, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right, technical director.
but that first goal, man, Mike Dean, the new Arsenal fan, Arsenal referee, your Howard Webb, so to speak.
He's on the board now.
Hooking you
Dude,
guys up,
that was a hooker.
He
Dude,
even wore
pulling
an
the shirt,
Arsenal hat.
not
We
pulling
all
the
saw
shirt.
it.
Bullshit and offside on the goal.
That's why he screwed himself.
The bat, offside,
Pulling the shirt.
and a no call, referee no call, or referee call.
Two in a
no
row.
Call. 2 in a row.
Hey man, man's not hot. Skrit, bop, bop, bop. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. It happens. Look, man, when it happens in your favor, it's a beautiful thing. When it happens against you, it's the end of the world. We saw Arsenal were hard done at Manchester City
I didn't see
last
anything.
week with the offside goal
Me
that
no
made
see
it
no
3-1 to really take the wind out of that Arsenal team. This Arsenal team like Al was saying, much improved. And Tiki was saying the pressing. The pressing is really what was impressive. How
It was work
organized
rate, man.
they were. Everyone was just balls to the wall, and of course,
Everyone was Sanchez level work rate.
yeah, it's because it's a North London derby. And we saw it against Chelsea earlier this season as well.
Yep.
When they came in organized, they were shutting things down. So they're capable of it. Again, are you going to do this against Burnley? Who we
Yeah, and
managed
they
to
got
play
Burnley
them
next week, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Burnley
The main thing is
Away.
Spurs fans, they can't say anything about Mike Dean. Like he was offsides by a shoulder, maybe a head. But how about how the Spurs just leave him wide open? Forget about offsides.
You
I mean that.
Stuffy.
you're talking about the
Yeah,
second-
Mustafi. Yeah,
open.
that first goal. The second goal. How many times did we see Arsenal just split the defense in half and just through balls all day?
Great job.
And that has nothing to do with Mike Dean. That has everything to do with the defense. I mean, Alderweireld, he's hurt.
yeah.
He could be a huge. You know what?
Toby.
Did I say it correctly?
Not even close.
I thought it was close.
You added the wheel in there.
really glazed over.
Alder. I thought I had it correct.
Oscar
Wilde.
Van
Oscar
Wilde.
Wilde. Toby. So Toby's tired. Toby's missing.
Dude.
And you can see the gap that the gaping hole when.
Hey, now.
Oh jeez.
Oh, boy.
When
You can see it.
This is a PG.
smell it?
yeah. Okay, so
All right.
you can see what the Spurs are missing when Eric Dyer is filling in for Toby.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, it goes to show.
Well thought out sentence. That's
We're taking it all the way. You
No
took the
holes
long
in that.
way. No gaping holes in
No.
that statement. Jesus.
Oh, that was great.
No, it goes to show, man. Now we can actually have the debate: is Toby a top 5 center back, top 10 center back? And I think it's starting to show.
It's about
in the world or
or
in
EPL?
World.
Oh, yes.
Hey, we'll see after this
They've
World
had the best defense
I'll give them
for
top 10.
3 seasons. Yeah,
They
give them
really
top
have.
10.
Premier League wise, yeah, no one's been more consistent than Spurs in the last 3 seasons. United have been close second.
Yep.
But we'll see after this World Cup. After
That's
see what
right.
this Belgium team does. If
That's
they
right.
if they achieve a lot,
Good
then
point.
people are on the world stage are going to perk up and see this guy. We
Okay.
watch him every week, so
Yeah.
we know.
That's true.
But once the word starts talking, start seeing this guy control that team with Vertonghen next to him, also,
Yeah.
you know, the chemistry between those two is
I'm
incredible.
glad you brought
Good
that up
job,
because that is a big deal. If you do it at the international
Yep.
level, whether Vincent Company will be back or not in that lineup, we'll see. But I thought it was interesting this game how Kane, Dele Ali was subbed out around like the 77
You know why?
for Champions League, right?
That's it.
So they conceded
lost
right
it,
there.
They knew.
Pudge conceded. It was great. I was like,
Look,
that's right. Go,
Did they
go
still-
back
they
home.
still
Actually,
push?
no.
Wagon
Let's
between
rewind.
your
They didn't
legs.
concede because even after they came out, Son came on, and there was multiple chances that he could have scored.
Yeah, but
should've
I'm saying
started.
They conceded. They pulled out their best players. That's what he
At
means.
the
like,
same
he was
time,
basically saying.
on paper, yes, but not this year. He has
With
Dele
the
Ali has
impressive-
three goals, 2 assists this
No, no,
year.
I mean,
on
he has,
paper,
he has 1
Harry-
goal, 2 assists in the last 9 matches.
Let's talk about Harry
just
Kane
this
this
game.
Harry Kane, since
Their
he's been
best
injured.
player. No, their best player.
Since he's
all
been
year.
injured?
You said all year. Now you're changing. You're moving the goalposts.
No.
Moving the goalposts now.
No, I was talking about Dele Ali. Harry Kane for the last.
Hey, Pele, is that Pele calling you? Bro, pick that up.
I should pick up, man.
That's Pele, man.
Did he get Roy Keane in here? Whose phone is that? Turn it off. Why didn't you turn it off?
Bro, what the hell's Pele? You got connects out? You should know.
It was Maradona.
I'm thinking
You got him on
Brazil.
speed dial.
No, but I mean, the
man.
thing is, Dele
I
Ali,
think conceded.
he's not. Yeah, but
Those Spurs bitches
You
go
can,
home.
you can
with
argue it
your
all day.
tail
That's why he
wagging
took
between
off
your
his
legs.
two of the best
Yeah.
players on the team. de
Only
facto.
because not conceded like, oh, I don't care about this game, but more like, look, odds are
let's not push it. No, I understand. Yeah, let's not push it.
We're
Let's
not
not kill
playing
him.
well.
But
It's over. It's
but
away
done,
from
son.
home. We have Champions League, a bigger goal.
And I love
But
the
they
clean
still-
sheet.
they still
I love
pushed.
the clean
But
sheet.
Yeah, they
Dele-
still played.
The
Yeah,
clean sheet was impressive by Arsenal.
Yeah.
But call me crazy, man. Harry Kane injured coming to this game, not fully fit, we'll say. Same with Dele Ali, not fully fit. I think he could have gone with Llorente up top.
Dude.
You know, and if you keep Dembele if you want, but Harry Winks for Dembele, Fernando Llorente for Dele Ali, who's not fit.
After
Big
Troy,
man
after
up
what
top.
Troy Deeney said
Yeah.
about Arsenal, maybe
Get
that's not the
physical.
worst plan. Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to it, we talked about the trident that the Spurs have. We talk about Harry Kane, Eriksen all the time, and Dele Ali. Dele Ali has not had a very good year at all.
No.
But Tottenham
Man wants to go to Real Madrid.
they still find themselves top 4. I think they're actually 4th place at the moment. Is that
Yep,
showing that
4th place
Harry
at
Kane and
23.
Eriksen are that much better than Dele Ali?
no.
Dude, you can't quantify things like that.
Look, I think I still. In
Do they
I don't
make
think
him
that's the
better,
worst
or
thing.
does he make them better?
Both, but they make him. They are more beneficial to him than he is to them. The reason why I say that is because they're just more mature in terms of their playing, their age as well. right? Dele Alli's the youngest out of those three. Christian Eriksen scoring hat tricks for his country. So for those guys who were gimpy or whatever, Christian Eriksen's just coming off of a hat trick for Denmark. So he's on fire. He's feeling it, and he didn't really do anything this game. He hit the post actually, but other than that, a couple of wild shots. Wasn't really into the ball, and I think a major part of that is because Harry Winks was not starting. They rested England, didn't play Harry Kane, they didn't include Dele Alli or Harry Winks, Southgate in the latest game they played against was it Germany, someone like that. So that's why I was scared. I was like, damn, they're actually resting Spurs players, getting them ready for this North London derby. And the crucial mistake Pochettino made for me was not playing Harry Winks.
Also, to build on that Dele Alli, man, he's historically a slow starter. I just looked up the stat because I remember him and Eriksen last year again were also super slow. Last year he had 3 goals by October 15th. Went on a drought until December 7th where he scored in the Champions League. And then after that, the goals started coming.
All right, so right now,
so
man's not hot.
takes him up to December.
Man's not hot right now. Man's not hot.
But he still has 2 goals against Real Madrid in the Champions League. You know, in one match he has 3 goals or 2 matches, whatever. Anyway,
yeah,
he's still the same guy, but he just had a
look, and he's gonna have hot games and cold.
Yeah, so shut down, Huss. Shut down. I can't get that out of my head. Sorry, listeners, but that's the official jam right now.
So right now, I mean, as you said, Arsenal, are they going to take it to the next match?
Look, man, it remains to be seen.
No.
I mean, a lot of people don't believe in this Arsenal team. I was one of them at the beginning, but then we brought in Lacazette. Yeah, honestly, because we needed to address. We brought in Lacazette.
Hey, you like flapjacks?
I actually do. I like crepes. You got some crepes?
Crepes are good.
Yeah,
Those are
I like
awesome.
I don't have any, but
Those,
we can
put a little
get some in here.
I
Nutella,
got some right here.
some bananas in there.
You always gotta
Even a
put
little
nuts
oh
in
no,
food
no
and stuff.
Nutella with strawberries.
Bananas.
Yeah, I went to
No,
this,
and strawberries.
I went
No,
to this
strawberries
spot.
are better than bananas.
Okay, that's completely subjective.
No, seriously.
And you point at it, right? Why you point at
Shut
it?
the fuck up.
It's a fact.
Why you get so aggressive on it?
The strawberries are awesome.
I love strawberries.
Me too.
But-
Look, I prefer strawberries, but like Al's saying, it's subjective.
Where am I getting my potassium?
Bananas.
Am I getting my potassium from
bananas
strawberries?
are more beneficial for you, I believe, but strawberries are just more tasty.
According to you, in your taste bud mind.
No.
No.
Almost everybody. That's why everything's strawberry flavored, not banana flavored.
Sure about that?
I think that's a sad thing. I love banana flavored candy.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
But you prefer that over strawberry
I
flavored
love
candy?
that one.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm talking
Fuck, I
about.
wouldn't take it that far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Strawberry's the best.
Because you got sugar.
Is strawberries?
You're addicted to the sugar.
No,
You've come to a shocking realization about
A
yourself.
strawberry is the best tasting fruit.
No.
What then?
Apples.
Pineapple.
Pineapple? I don't
Hands
know.
down, mango.
Kiwi.
No.
The freshest mango.
Pomegranate.
I know. I love mango.
Right.
But
Oh, mango.
strawberries.
Mango's on there.
Mango's money.
Are you
dude.
kidding me?
Pineapples.
Have you ever had a mango?
Pineapple? No, strawberry. Yes, I've had mangoes all the time. I love mangoes. But
Fat House answer.
no, but,
That's great.
no, healthy house.
Hey, you guys, you guys let us know. If you're listening, write into us. What's the best tasting fruit out there? Shut down Huss.
No way, it's strawberries.
We're not denying the deliciousness of strawberries, but come on.
Strawberry rhubarb pie over
Here,
apple
here are
pie.
your options: strawberry, pineapple, mango, or banana.
Yeah.
Banana's not up there.
Oh,
What's
you
yours
We're
up?
missing one. Yeah, it was.
Pomegranate.
No, pomegranates.
random
No, pomegranates are awesome, but the thing is, it's like when you eat those
Seeds are
seeds,
terrible,
yeah,
man.
they get stuck in your teeth.
So terrible.
It's a fair
It tastes
part.
delicious.
A fair part.
Blackberry.
I love
Alwyn
blackberries.
Tropical, I like it.
I need to think more,
We
but
had blackberry
grapefruit.
bushes.
mango is probably
Growing
number
up.
one though. Mangoes.
Yeah, I love mango.
Blueberries.
Nice Macintosh
Blueberries and
Sit down,
strawberries.
Blueberries with the
Best.
sourness.
Blueberries
No.
are
Sourness.
Antioxidants.
Blueberries are
No,
okay.
they make
Yeah, we're
you
not
feel
talking about
good.
health, or else
They
kale.
make
We
you
gotta throw
feel
kale
good.
in here.
They kale. I actually like kale.
All right, hey, let's go back to Flapjack Tom over here, flipping, flopping,
Chef.
I can't believe we went all the way.
flipping, yeah, all the way
All the
from,
way
from
here, huh?
flapjacks to fucking strawberries.
Strawberries
Back
are
to
the best.
Arsenal.
Just
son.
saying.
Back to Arsenal, who
But
I
this-
do think will finish top 4.
Put money on it then. Why don't you bet at the beginning of the year?
Because I lost $100 last year and I'm still hurt. That's why. Come on, man. This guy's taking. He took Lacazette out again in like the 70th or around that
And
time.
booze.
Again, he
To
will
booze.
not give him a full 90. I don't understand why. Man just scored a brace for the French national team. and he took part in an assist to Alexis Sanchez for the second goal. Doesn't give him a full 90, of course.
Honestly,
Honestly, he said, "Oh, Champions League," like not even joking. And then I was like, "Wait, one, they're not in Champions League, and two, they don't even play these guys in Europa."
So why
So
are you
why-
taking him? Why aren't you giving him
Yeah.
the full 90?
Yeah, let him get his, round of applause at the end of the game. Like,
So Wenger's an X factor.
that's weird, man.
He's
I
can't-
thought
a wild
you
card
just,
out. I can't.
You just
bet-
reminded me
I
of
can't
something
bet
during that game. I thought he was actually going to need a brace when he went sliding in. Two defenders, got Lloris right there, and you see Lacazette on the ground on the goal line. I'm like, oh, there goes Arsenal's offense. If
Well,
Lexi does not,
But that didn't
stand up.
happen.
As soon as Mohamed Salah
Yeah.
has the same scare,
And then-
there goes Liverpool's season.
Oh, I can't wait till
No,
Salah goes
because
down.
Mane's coming back. So, anyways, this
Don't
is
let you go
also
out again.
Then
this is
Coutinho's
actually
going
a
down.
strange moment because before the game, Arsene is like, I think Pochettino is one of the only coaches that managers that Arsene really like admires and really likes, because he even chased him down a little bit to tap him on the shoulder, like, hey,
Yeah,
come
just-
here, give me a hug.
Because he copied his
Just a
blueprint.
friendly
you know?
handshake.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Not-
because he hasn't really beaten any of the top six. So Wenger's happy with that. When he goes up against Mourinho and Conte,
No, I'm talking
these
about
guys
before.
who
I'm
are
talking about before the
assholes.
game. Yeah, before the game, like game of the hug.
show a little
Yeah.
love. Yeah, I'm saying Mourinho, he doesn't. There's no love.
Well,
There's too
that's-
much history there. So, look, man, he's got a pretty tough record. He's only secured one victory away from home against the top six teams.
Is
in
Pochettino
England.
going to be the new Arsene? Always close,
No.
but never going to.
What do you mean?
I
Arsenal
think he'll stay there.
Arsenal,
I'll go
he's
to
actually
bigger
won the
clubs.
league.
I know.
He
So
hasn't won the Champions
once.
League, but
yeah,
like,
but won once, but
twice.
so many. He did.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, but but in the last, what has it been, like 15 years or so?
Yeah.
What was the last time? So they've been getting so close. Where Tottenham, they'll get so close. So it's. Are they going to be the same type of manager?
There's
in
the
that sense?
debate between the two sides. Yes, Arsenal have 2 FA Cups under their belt in the last 3 years.
Three.
So 3 and 4,
Well, out
whatever
of
it
the last
was.
3 years, you might be right.
Like it matters, dude. Honestly.
Okay, but when you win
Okay,
it, though, it's
hey,
a big
whoa,
deal, right?
stop.
When you win, it's a big deal.
I didn't make a big deal out of it. I was just happy we won something.
Okay, me too.
I didn't pump the ties on it anyway. So Arsenal have 3 trophies in the last 4 years. Okay, where Spurs have none. Should win the League Cup at least once or twice by now. So you compared to league form, the trending of the teams, the youth of this Tottenham squad, the English talent in there, compared to the three trophies that Arsenal have somehow managed to win. Which would you rather have?
I'd rather have
comes down to
trophies,
that,
personally. I think everyone who aspires to be a winner,
If they
wants
reach their
trophies.
potential, if Spurs can fulfill their potential.
Now we're playing the if game.
But I think the ramifications of this game, where Arsenal with such a convincing victory, man, it could springboard them for the rest of the season.
The
And this is
scoreboard
a-
wasn't convincing, but the performance was.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
And this
2-0, dude. Are you kidding me? Against Spurs, you shut them out. That's a good scoreline.
Yeah,
And
100%.
played him off the park from
Yeah.
the first minute. Spurs
Ah,
couldn't
well,
even. Look,
Ericsson
Spurs-
had a chance. He hit post.
Yeah, but that's
Dude,
what
Eriksen
Spurs
was-
are.
Eriksen
They
wasn't
were
himself.
isolated.
Movement. Yeah, like
they
look
were
at that's
isolated
what I'm saying. The
chances.
performance, the actual performance, wasn't great by
They were
Spurs.
played off the park from the first minute, man. Tell me a stat real quick with Pochettino. As much as I love him, I feel like this is an important stat to throw out there. Away from home against top clubs, 1 win, 6 draws, 11 losses.
Ouch.
It's rough. He's got to clean that up if he wants to go to the Real Madrids and all those powerhouse clubs. To be fair, he hasn't had like a top 4 club to go against these top 4 opponents or whatever. So that might be it as well.
I think that was
And
I think that was his biggest failing when Leicester won the league. When they
Yeah,
were in
that was the
second, they were in
biggest
second
stumble
place.
that
They
year.
were winning against Burnleys and Watfords, and they were
crashed
crushing
the
those
game.
teams. But against the top 6, top 4,
They choked.
they
Yeah.
took the
But
L's.
they were young then.
That's what I was gonna say.
For
the
me, it was
age
an
of the
even bigger
players.
failure for Arsenal because that was the summer.
Yeah, they were peaked.
They only brought in
Oh, yeah.
Petr Cech. Those are the only top 5 team in European football to not bring in a field player that transfer window. So
It's shameful.
Normal.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Genius. Genius.
Man of the match.
Let's do it.
I got Shrodron, Mustafi.
He's got the
Shkodran
craziest,
Mustafi.
the craziest
Showing
first
big
name.
balls this game. Even though he was offside, takes advantage of the header. He also had a really good block on Harry Kane. Harry Kane had like a wide open
yeah,
Oh, the
shot.
slide.
Yeah.
Slid
Should have
across
cut it
goal.
back, Harry Kane.
That could have changed that game. That to me, that showed the kind of mentality.
Harry Kane could have cut it
attitude he
back
had.
another time too. For that penalty shot that he had right after he got the ball and he was just slow to react for that shot. Took a little too long, got blocked when he could have just faked the shot, brought it back inside, boom.
Man of the match.
Why don't you cut this?
Alexis Sanchez. I mean, if he plays like this, he's going right back to top 10 player in the world. He was just electrifying.
Dude, and real quick, that goal he scored against Lloris, dude.
Holy crap.
He's got to work on that shuffle, man. His body weight was like
forward.
falling backwards. He's got his
Yeah.
fists up trying to block it. It was such a weird goal. But
It was
really,
man. He must have been pissed because he was right there where he could be. He just couldn't
So
stand
close.
up.
The
And it
deflection,
just
I
it was
think,
slow
on the
motion, man.
back,
Just
yeah.
right over him. If he stood up, like he was
How
trying
high?
to, he would have saved it.
How hard did Alexis Sanchez hit that
Jesus.
ball?
Trying to
Oh my
squeeze that.
god!
Not as hard as the Lukaku shot. We'll get to that.
Oh my god!
that was so evil.
Oh, I love that.
So evil.
That could have
He
went
aimed
into
for
the
guy's
stands.
head.
That was nuts.
Dude, I thought it did. I'm gonna give it to Ozil. I'm always the first to criticize this guy when he's lazy, and so is the media. This game, he was absolutely 10 out of 10. If he plays like this all the time, he could be one of the best in the world. Unfortunately, I don't think that's in him at this point.
See, when he plays
I-
for Germany, he's different. It's the
It's
same
different
thing.
because everyone else around him is
Exactly.
next level.
Exactly.
So if he is like at Real Madrid, he played better because he was around next level
and he
players.
shines, so that's the thing. He doesn't
Absolutely.
like hide behind those guys.
No.
When he's around those guys, he shines.
He elevates.
Toasty?
Yeah.
Yeah, your face is turning red from that hat, dude.
Man's
He's
hot.
starting to heat up.
Us, man's hot.
No, I'm not hot. I swear. All I do is scratch my
Your
head.
face says a different story. I got Mustafi though for my man of the match. Clean sheet against Spurs. Did work on Harry Kane. Beat him up. Beat up a hurt man. Gets a goal.
Cool, man. Let's go.
Suck
to
it, Spurs.
United back in action, smashing up on Newcastle 4-1. Newcastle, shout out to them though. Before we get into the destruction,
You were nervous,
first
huh?
team to
Nervous.
score a goal in the Prem at Old Trafford. God
This
damn,
season.
that's impressive, man. This season, yeah.
You were nervous, weren't you? That first 10 minutes.
You
that
know
dude
why I
Murphy,
wasn't nervous?
Murphy was out here.
My wife was nervous. You know why I wasn't nervous?
Because Pogba was back.
Because you got number 6 is back. We have number 10 on the bench, bro. Worst comes to worst, Newcastle without Lascelles, who I think is actually their best, who is their
The
best
captain.
defender. Not
Yeah.
that I think
Yedlin,
he
bro.
is.
Come on. Yedlin all day. Crazy hairdo now too.
With those two back, dude, so easy. Yeah, Yedlin looked like Chris Cross, bro. He was back.
He
in the
did look
90s.
like Chris Cross. I
that's
couldn't
a good
figure it
call.
out, man. That's
Yeah.
exactly what he looked like.
Nah, man, this Newcastle team, I like the attitude they came out with. Rafa, obviously, this is the first time in like
Brilliant
10
tactician.
years him and Jose were going up against each other.
10 years?
Yeah, they said like they hadn't run up against each other. in, like, a
Liverpool
long time,
versus
something
Chelsea,
like
man.
that.
That's probably the last time that happened.
And you know they have drama. They had some beef, but they were able to because they hadn't played against each other in so long. I
Jose
think it kinda
Mourinho
subsided.
blamed Rafa Benitez's wife for making Rafa fat.
Oh my god, I forgot
I'd say
about
that's
that.
it. Well, maybe if she fed him some better food, he wouldn't be so fat.
Oh my
That's
god.
real beef. That's not.
That's real. That's personal terms.
That's
on that.
awesome. I forgot about that whole
So Jose's the man.
So great.
You're gonna say
He hit 'em
that
both. He
I
snapped
destroy
both
clubs.
him and his wife.
Your husband destroyed the best team in the world in the matter of months. Inter Milan after they won the
After they won
trouble.
the treble, yeah.
Yo, I gotta shout out Jacob Murphy though. That's the guy on Newcastle. This guy was a live
Nice, huh?
wire, man.
He was cowish though. He should have
He
had
was.
that goal at halftime, right?
Yeah.
Towards the end, it should have been 2-2 at half, but he missed it. But yes, he
Played a
was-
big
he
part in
played
the first
unscared.
goal.
He played unscared.
Yeah, 100%. Their number 7 kept giving him the ball. I mean, obviously he didn't get a goal or assist, but I still thought he was their best player on the day. Gale sneaking one in. The only way to beat the head is to go posting in.
Yeah,
That's the only
it.
way to
So
If
beat.
it's not, if it's not
David De Gea,
posting,
man.
he's saving it.
Great delivery by Yedlin
Yeah.
from the wing too. He had a nice run up the line again. Victor Lindelof,
What happened?
not enjoying the EPL life, man.
Victor-
He's not about it yet.
Dude,
he can't even catch a break. His positioning was good. Goes
Yeah.
to turn, slips on the wet grass, and you look like an idiot. You know.
Yeah, dude. I think as soon as he's ready, like as soon as he can handle this level, he's gonna be an asset. Because I saw a carbon copy ball that he played into Lukaku, and Lukaku just missed the header that looked like Azpilicueta to
Yeah.
Morata. We can get that ball going from the back that deep. It's gonna be brilliant, man. Just Lukaku just has to work on holding that ball up, man. I don't understand how a guy that big, over
guy,
200 pounds, Pogba comes on the field, boom, shielding the ball. Fellaini, boom, shielding. Matic, shielding. Lukaku, losing the ball every time. I don't know what it is.
Because he wants to go forward. He doesn't want to have
But
to
even
stop.
when he goes back, dude, they go through him.
First
Not
touch,
even
bro.
like they go around him. Yeah, it's
That's
just
the
not
difference.
crisp.
Lukaku, again, he's got like that. He's not raw.
He
doesn't have a raw
yeah.
first touch, but it's not
Suspect.
It's not
It's a
elite.
suspect
It's not an
first
elite
touch.
first touch. He does other things at an elite level, but his first touch can get better. I think
Yeah.
it will get better as
It
he
will,
gets older with
definitely.
both feet.
They'll work on it. I
especially.
mean, right now, if we
Yeah.
see it, obviously the scouts see it, the coaches see
Yeah.
it, everyone sees it.
And
so.
it's good. It's just not when you have Scott Dan or like just
Nah, bro,
a
it's-
physical
it's-
guy on like behind you. It's
Nah.
not where it needs to be all the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's good. I honestly, I wouldn't, because of the level he's trying to get to. It's not good. It's something. It's glaring. It's like when De Gea couldn't come out for crosses.
Yeah.
We knew he was a brilliant
Glaring.
goalkeeper, so we're not saying Lukaku's not a good.
Nah, see, I think
Forward.
sometimes he does it. Sometimes he.
I think if he has to
doesn't.
do it
It's
10
inconsistent.
times, he probably
I
does
think
a
7.
4 or 5.
See, I think 7 or 6.
I say,
You know, watch
I say
this game,
6.
man. It was Lascelles wasn't even on the pitch. Lascelles is way more aggressive than the defenders they had, and
Yeah.
he kept getting pickpocketed. And it's not like, it's not like it's the strength issue. Like you're saying, it's the
Yeah.
first touch will
It's
be
the first
untidy, and then they'll squeeze in and take it. So
But that's a different attribute. First touch under pressure.
100%.
I think
It's
you're
completely
And
different.
Zlatan came on and was just doing it crisply, like just doing it easy,
Yeah, he's
same
doing it for
against the
years.
same defenders.
Yeah, he's
But
been
yes,
doing
he's
it
been
for
doing
I
it.
think it's that feeds into Lukaku's bit of like laziness. You know, like he's sloppy with that first touch. He doesn't try as hard. Even with the
That's
poor
how it
first-
comes off.
If you have
yeah.
a poor first touch, you should hustle get it. Like because you can have a poor first touch. You're that big. Just move quickly to recover.
Yeah.
But he'll be slow to react and then lose the
Agreed.
ball. You know, like you
Agreed.
could. There are ways if you have bad touch, hustle to that second ball.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think Lukaku's lazy. I think that he's not Diego Costa. He's not like working super extra hard. But
I think that's what they mean by lazy. I mean that he doesn't create his own opportunities, and I don't mean dribbling, taking people on one-on-one. I mean like if you're not in a game, you work your way in a game. A guy who's legendary at doing
Okay, I
that,
can see
Diego
that.
Costa.
I can see that.
Diego Costa would have 12 touches all game, but somehow at the end of the
2
game,
goals.
he finds a way to get 2 goals.
Yeah.
And that's what they mean by lazy. I don't think he doesn't like
Work
not
hard,
try
that's
and
what I
close.
think.
He works
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
goddamn hard, man.
Yeah.
So goddamn hard. It's just that when you're out of the game or when you're being marked out of a game or tactically forced out of a game, are you hardworking enough to push by those defenders and keep fighting for the ball and make
All he
something
needed was his
happen?
goal. Got his goal now. Watch next
Best
game.
friend's
He's gonna
back.
be working his
Yeah,
ass
His
off.
best friend's
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
man.
Now we're going to be to continue on with Lukaku. We're going to see in the future how he does because if Ibra plays with Lukaku, you're going to have 2 players on the field that don't run back. They do not defensively press very well.
They do because when Ibrahimovic came on, they dropped Lukaku to right mid. At some point, he ended up playing right back to drop in and cover. I don't think that's the long-term move.
No,
Yeah,
but
no.
I'm saying if they play
I
both
think
up
I think it was a
front,
misnomer.
I think they'll go Zlatan in the hole thingy
Lukaku
in front
up
of him. Lukaku in front of him.
well, that's what I'm saying. Where if you have those 2 right in front playing, was at the 8 and 9, I mean, are they going to press at all? Is there going to be a hole? I mean, is it better to play one at a time? But it's also one of those things where if they do play together, maybe Ibra will go, you run, I'm not. Or maybe they'll push each other, or Jose might actually go in and be like, look, one of you have to do this. Well, you're going to sit.
Ibra at PSG, he was getting older then. Even then, he was dropping deep. You know, he'd be inside almost the half. You know, the middle third.
Cavani was doing
You know, and
work.
in the game he came on this, he was wicked deep. He wasn't even near the 18. You know
Yeah,
what
he was
I mean?
dropping into, almost made a slide tackle, thought about it, bailed out of it last minute. Yeah,
No,
he
he-
was working hard, man. He was working hard.
Well, Pogba really is the real story in this game. Man.
Absolutely,
This guy
yeah.
changes how Manchester United play. He changes the confidence in the team. I mean, he's the guy
he
who
dictates the speed.
Yeah, he does. He's a tempo guy. He'll pass the ball 5 yards, do a little movement around a midfielder, get it right back. They play
Dude,
through
what an
him.
Dang
What
it.
did I say, man? What was missing for Man United?
Yeah.
The center
Fellaini,
mid.
that's what you said.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
That's what you
The
said.
center mid position, man. When you have an X factor guy like a Gundogan, or not even Silva, because Silva plays up like further up. Mata
Fernandinho.
plays up top.
Yeah,
he can link up the
That
play.
X factor guy who picks it up off the defense, and I know Matic does it, but Matic can't play long ball, as well as Pogba can. Matic can't dribble or take that weird turn where like you fake someone right, you turn left. He doesn't have that stuff you have to game plan for. So you throw in a guy like that who's such a domino in the middle, dude. It's impossible.
No,
He's
to-
drifting out
is-
wide,
dude,
clipping
he is the
crosses
modern
in.
day-
pinging balls 80 yards on a dime.
He's the modern day Patrick Vieira. You know, Yaya Toure, big guy.
I think he's closer
but
to
he,
Yaya.
but he stands more off the defense.
Mm.
Not like Vieira, but
He's a
that
deep line
the guy in the
playmaker.
middle,
Yeah,
Yes.
I think he's closer to Yaya Toure than Vieira.
Well, dude, Yaya was the update on Vieira. You know, and then now you have Pogba.
I just look at him defensively. That would be my only trepidation with that comparison. But they're very similar. At the end of the day, they're very similar.
I mean, Pogba showed Newcastle what an athlete looks like. like the way he just shifted his hips, his shoulders, everything. Just
Matip should
It was elusive.
come to a training session.
no, because I
No?
mean, look,
Come get some hip work, bro.
for that assist. Was it right before that? I mean, he gets the ball at midfield, just does a little shake. At midfield, turns, heads down the field, and then when he's going back and forth, he just clips it with his left foot,
It's technical,
pushes down.
too,
oh my
man.
God!
It's technical.
Just a little.
And he can
That's just
shoot.
easy peasy, change of direction, foundation right there.
He plays like Zizou,
you're
but
gonna
he's
say cover girl.
he's 6'3".
I wouldn't say Zizou.
You kidding me?
I don't know. He was.
I was throwing out French legends.
Yeah.
I was tossing them out there.
William Thuram, you know.
No, but also one more thing that we have to discuss.
Smalling.
United.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
United as United as a
Martial.
whole, when the ball's in the air, they're the most dominant team in Europe when the ball's in the air.
Thank you guys for bringing that up.
We have
I was
the
about to
tallest
say
team in the
Man
world.
United. Man United, I think.
Second tallest. West Brom's the tallest.
I believe.
Really?
I think this. I don't know. Man United is a crossing team. I think you guys have kind of always been
Always
a crossing
have been,
team,
yeah.
even under Fergie.
Wingers.
That's what
A
you
winger
do.
team.
You get the ball out wide, you cross it. If you can cut it back on the 18, okay, good. But you're a crossing team. I look at a team like Real Madrid as well, who they've also kind of turned and transitioned into a crossing team as Cristiano Ronaldo's position has changed from
And
out
Bale.
wide
Get the ball
to
on
more of a
Cristiano's
central
head.
forward.
And Bale is good with his.
But obviously Madrid they can do it all. I think at this stage, Man United, you have some intricate playmakers. You need guys like Mkhitaryan to step up though. Juan Mata, who I thought it was all good with Mourinho, but I guess he had been dropped up until this game.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
hadn't
no,
played,
no,
played in a
look,
while.
He was taken out at
it just
halftime. You got
wasn't
taken out
his
at
time.
halftime.
You get taken off at halftime, missed the next game, then it was international break. That's all it was. So and,
So he
and
just
I don't
dropped
mind
him.
that. He just dropped
Yeah,
him.
he
Was
just
like,
dropped
dude, you're not
him.
hot right now,
Yeah.
just like Mkhitaryan in this game. He just dropped him. Was
Wasn't
like,
even
you're
in the
not hot right now.
squad.
Yeah, you're not hot right now.
Soon enough, teams are going to
Sit
figure that
tactical.
out. That you're a crossing team, and if you have two big center backs or back line who's good in the air, they're going to make it more difficult for you to break them down. That's when you're going to need those playmakers, guys like Pogba who can put it on the ground or whip it in.
Here's the thing, man. What teams are gonna do that against Zlatan, Pogba, Fellaini, and
Matic.
and Lukaku?
It's a handful.
Smalling.
Don't get me wrong, it's a handful,
Jones.
but the higher quality you go,
Oh yeah. When you're playing
That's
Bayern, you
when-
can't just rely.
Yeah, but
on
that's what I mean.
depending-
You need
depending
other
on-
ways to score.
For sure.
Depending on what time of the game or depending on who's playing, it could be Smalling, Matic, Lukaku,
Fellaini.
Zlatan, Fellaini,
Pogba.
and Pogba. That's 6 guys that
Insane.
like
so
you
tall.
can't. There's nobody in the
And then you
world
got
that can cover
Jones,
that.
and then you got Jones
break it
when
to
he
you.
comes in.
Size
and
doesn't matter.
Jones 6'2", Smalling 6'4".
Size doesn't matter.
when the ball's in the
Size
air,
doesn't-
Size doesn't matter.
Said the man with the little guy. The little
Size doesn't matter.
It's all about the motion
Hey
in the
man,
ocean.
this is footy. This is footy. Yeah, it's about the motion of the passing and the shooting.
passing and moving around.
Sound like such a lame right now, but I don't care, dude, because I really maintain the high level you go. Yes,
Look,
to some degree, it's a mismatch, right? It's a strength of yours.
I'll say-
but it's not like
Look, I'll say it's
Oh
an
my
X,
God, they're
I'll say it's
so
an
huge
X
that we're
factor
gonna
the same
freaking-
way that teams use speed as an X factor. Like Barcelona,
Liverpool.
everyone was 5'10". Liverpool, everyone's 5'10" on that team. So that's their X factor. So United can win the Champions League using tall man tactics.
high school football.
Fucking Mourinho's
High
famous for
school
that.
football.
You look at Lampard, how tall was he? Drogba, how tall was he?
Drogba.
Terry, he's famous for building goons, dude. I remember when Pedro came into the EPL, dude. First game, he looks over. He's looking at all the. I think it might have been like West Brom or something they were playing.
Robinho too was in there.
Yeah, and they were like, dude, is this soccer? Or is this rugby? Like Mourinho's famous for building tall guys, and he uses that tactic to his advantage because you can't beat him on crosses. When you're desperate late in the game, you're not gonna lob the ball and play long ball. Why? Because everyone's gonna clear it. When it's late in the game, you better hope for damn sure that you have a ball winner like Sergio Ramos in there winning that
You're
ball.
using fortunate teams there because that Inter Milan team, yes, they had some hype, but they weren't per se a tall team.
No, look,
they had
and
some guys. It's
there's a
Mourinho's
line.
known for
Top-
his defensive tactics, not necessarily what
in
you
the
do
Premier League,
going
if you look
forward.
at
And
the
that's my
Premier League,
argument
though.
is what you do going forward. Tall guys do matter. Set pieces, corner kicks, crosses from
Okay,
out
but-
wide.
but you
matters,
need to-
but
but-
he's
but
won. He's won
you
20
need more.
trophies.
All I'm
But-
saying is you need more.
Yes, but the thing is,
You
we're
need
not
more.
talking about just West Brom. We're not talking about West Brom last year where they're just tall dudes. We're talking about Zlatan, who's
Pogba.
special in the air. We're talking about Pogba, who's just a special athlete. We're talking
But
about
with their feet
not
in
only
there.
that,
Lukaku.
but not only that, but you have Bali behind everyone because if it gets behind,
Hey, you said Bali wasn't tall. What do you mean?
Oh, that's so true.
You said
let
Bali
me
wasn't tall.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Had to call it back on you.
No, you're not calling anybody out because if you let me
Call
finish, you
back.
know.
I had to call it back. Like,
Yeah,
all
because
right.
the thing is, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
him being in the box. I'm talking about him being outside the box. Because if any ball gets thrown
This is a
outside.
box
He
thing
has
again with
world-class
Lindsay.
speed to catch up to anybody, allowing Smalling to go in, allowing Pogba to go in, allowing Lukaku and Zlatan not have to come back.
So you maintain because he doesn't have to go in the box, he's still short.
Yeah,
He'll be
because he's not strong in the box.
There it is. There it is. Well
Nicely done, Hus.
Well done, man.
Anything else?
Yes. In this game, it was the first time that Rashford and Martial both started with Lukaku. The trident that everyone's been waiting for. I mean, it had to take Pogba coming back and Zlatan for Jose to finally do this. But Martial got a goal, the first goal, brilliant step, and then Rashford with the beautiful layoff.
You
for-
finally
for
played them
Pogba.
together.
You know,
Weird.
how- this guy is so intelligent at such a young age to be so unselfish.
Oh,
To see him
Not only that,
play the square ball.
You reminded me about that. Before that even happened, they get the ball on the right side. Pogba is kind of jogging up the field, jogging up the field, and then out of nowhere, Rashford coming up the left side, and then you see Pogba going, oh, I gotta run in, a little bit faster.
Dude.
So then Rashford gets that ball, and it's like, oh, thank God he ran, because Rashford puts the ball on a dime in the 6-yard box for Pogba
This
just
kid
to tap it.
is special.
that's chemistry there, man. Because you watch. I don't know if you guys.
that's,
follow-
big bro.
That's doing the right thing,
That's
though.
keeping
Yeah,
teammates
it is.
accountable.
That's
It
doing the
is.
right thing.
It's also that
It's
chemistry
contagious.
because it's easier to do that when you love the guy you're playing with.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys out there follow these guys on Instagram and social media and stuff, but they're always making videos together. Lingard's in there, Martial's in there, Pogba's in there, Lukaku's in there. So
Look at
it's
Ibra,
very easy.
Ibra and Pogba.
Ibra as well. They do them too. So it's very easy to do the right thing. A perfect example of this is City. David Silva scores that
Silva.
goal where he lays it off to Sterling.
Extra
A
pass.
different team that maybe is a little desperate, struggling for form, that guy might think, oh, I'm going to be a hero and score the goal or attempt to score the goal rather than taking a higher percentage option. So it's
Yeah.
absolutely
that's
incredible. But yes, that speaks to how special Rashford is. There's no
Nah, this
debate.
kid, man, this kid is the real deal. I'm glad he's starting. Look, I know Martial scoring goals. He's got to figure out a way to play them both. I'm so glad that
The
he
thing
actually,
is-
for the first time, it was always like Lingard, Martial. Like he always took one off at that left wing, left
Yeah.
mid spot. Now he's like, oh, we can play Rashford up top and try a full 4-2.
He just
Let's
waiting.
try to switch
he
it
was
up.
holding the horse
Right.
back,
Yeah, let's do
holding the reins.
That might have been
Hold
it.
and then
You
let
don't
him
want
go.
to show it.
You know,
Like
so-
how to defeat
Well,
it.
like
both
Rooney
those guys were
Rooney
fit at the
last
same
year.
time.
You know,
Jesus.
like played Rooney for like the first 6 or 7 games nonstop. Everyone saw how exposed he was. Then he dropped him. You know, you play Lingard. You know, give him a chance, and then you bring in Rashford. So at the end of the day, instead of going, I don't know. That's one way to look at it. I
Yeah,
guess
man
I'm just
fell off.
happy they're playing.
Absolutely.
Man fell off.
And I don't expect them to keep playing together, especially with Zlatan back.
In and out.
I think it'll go back to in and out. And for me, man, I'm okay with that because why? Because Martial has 4 goals, 2 assists off the bench, and it's not like Mourinho's benching him just because he's benching him. He's benching him because you got to give Rashford time. You got to give Mata time. Like to win.
Now you got to give
win.
Ibra time.
Yeah, to win a competition or multiple competitions, you can't just ride that hot hand until it's not hot anymore because
Harry Kane.
your
Harry
cold
right
hands
now.
get colder. Yeah, your cold hands. You look at what's his name, Llorente. The fact that he hasn't played much all season. Now Harry Kane, if he does go out, even for 2 or 3 games, you got to rely on Son, a guy who's better off the bench, in my opinion, and you got to rely on Llorente, a guy who hasn't played all year. So putting
That's a good
Martial on the bench for Rashford or
Rotate,
for
you wanna stay
Mkhitaryan, the
healthy.
rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
look at Pep
I'm all
Guardiola.
about it,
Pep
dude.
Guardiola is the king of Uber rotation. Actually, maybe that is Wenger, to be honest. Rotating too much,
A
you know.
little too much, right?
Yeah,
Pep's
the
got
king does it just right.
Pep's got it done. Yeah, Pep does it right. You know, where he'll
Fergie was
bench
good
Aguero.
at it as well.
Fergie
Fergie was a
regulate.
master at it. I think Fergie was the best of all time because he could
Why you
keep
gotta
guys
bring
like
up bullshit?
in the
Johnny
cold
Evans
for weeks.
who just shows up in a Champions League final and does work. You know what I mean? Like,
Because it scream at him in the locker room.
Man.
If you don't perform, you don't get a
Hair
clean sheet. You're done, son.
Thrasher and Beckham.
All right, coach, all
It's like, I
right.
don't give a shit who you are.
Scared
David
shitless,
Beckham.
dude.
Yeah.
Johnny O'Shea, like, damn, the only Irishman on here. I can't mess this up. Roy's gonna kill me.
Oh, it's great, man.
Play with fear,
let's-
man.
This was a beautiful game. Like we said, man, until that's midfield is sorted out for United, they'll struggle for creativity because the players who were available
Number
before
10.
Pogba came back,
Who's your number 10? bro?
Ozil's our number 10. No, our number 10 is going to be Zlatan for now. For now, I don't think he's a long-term number 10.
Class
But
at
why
that
wouldn't you
position.
put him? Especially
He's
holding.
class
He
at
loves
that
holding the
position.
ball, you know, bodying a guy and then waiting for
And he can
options.
shoot too, so
I think
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
draw
fit in
defenders and
beautifully.
he can slip
He's
people.
the
And he
natural
doesn't
number
have
10. And
room.
him and Pogba and Lukaku, like 1-2-3. That's your 1-2-3
Yeah.
punch.
It's no longer
That's what
Rooney
happened.
ahead of him that he's trying to work with, where it's like slow lumbering. You got athletes,
Yeah,
you got
dude.
speed constantly,
World
so
class.
that's gonna be a great dynamic to
Almost
watch.
got himself a
unfold.
bicycle kick goal.
Yeah, the scissor
Look at
kick.
this
Load up the
guy.
shotgun.
Couldn't take him down.
He could have. He was doing that for the. You know what?
It's
He's the
not his
line,
style.
dude.
He is the line.
Saw his post game.
And then
what he said.
just that last goal, Hussey, Lukaku finally getting on. the
Oh my
score
God.
sheet. Everyone in fantasy breathed a lot easier
Dude,
after
I
that
screamed.
goal. I was banging the
I thought it
countertop,
was Over.
I thought he hit it over the net too.
I thought he
lost
hit it
my
through
mind.
the net. My goodness.
I
Dude,
didn't
if you watch the goalkeeper, right? So he throws the fake to the goalie. The goalie takes half a
That was
step
a
to the
brilliant little
right
fake.
and then hits it where the goalie's head was before he took half a step to the right. So he almost took this guy's head
No,
off.
I
I
like the
disagree.
composure.
That was
I
not
like
a
the
fake.
composure.
I don't think that was a fake. What it was that I think that when Lukaku got the ball in there, he believed that there was going to be a defender right on him, so he had to snapshot go.
And there
but
wasn't.
then he realized that no one's around him, so he held back.
Oh,
So it wasn't
yeah,
a fake,
he
but it was a
relaxed.
holdback.
Okay.
And now I'm going to actually take my time and hit this ball.
So
in the
he,
net.
See, I think
completely
I
relaxed.
think it was a fake, but
I
that's
think it was a
possible.
fake.
What Huss
It's
is saying is
possible.
possible.
I
yeah.
just think that's why I want to
I
give
think
credit
he's
to his
making the goal,
composure
yeah.
because he takes the ball down,
Yeah.
realizes
Make
he
the
does
goalie
have
move.
time,
If
then fakes it like he's going to shoot it, gets the goalie unsettled.
Well, okay,
Then
see, the
rips
thing
it.
is, the reason why I don't think it was a fake because usually a lot of times when someone fakes it, they just shirl it in. They just push the ball into the net. They pass the ball into the net.
Depends what
Back
you
to
want.
net.
Well, either way, I
but
think
why
it's
fake and then shoot it as hard as you can?
I think there's no.
I-
I
we
think
can't- we can't
there's
get
no.
into
But there's
this
no
now.
point
There's two
debating the
sides
fact
to
that
this,
he
yeah.
cocked his leg, didn't shoot, and brought his foot back
Yeah.
down. That's a
It
fake
was a
either
fake.
way.
Yeah.
He took his time. He had composure. He
Whether
took a breath.
For whatever reason he did it. It was
Composure.
a fake.
But he
But
could-
it was,
he-
at
but
the
he-
end of the
it
day,
was
it was
composure.
composure,
Yeah.
regardless of which
Composure.
Great
situation.
shout out. Way to bring us in.
We would've
That's
went-
the way to do it.
Like 2 hours.
You
about
guys
that.
would have just a rabbit holed
Would
it
have went 2 hours, son.
about what was in Lukaku's head.
Somebody would have got the Arsenal versus
But
Liverpool.
you don't understand.
Club sucks,
4-0.
Vegas sucks.
4-0, Tom. Fat
Championship.
Tom.
Yeah, it would have got personal. It would have got personal. son.
I would talk about his breakfast, how he had strawberries.
And how you like bananas? Oh, no, you
Man of the
don't.
match.
strawberries.
Man of the match. I got Paul Pogba.
Pogba.
Welcome
Yup.
back to the team. Ashley Young quietly
Yo.
playing the left back role
Left
Still
foot
in there.
cross. Left foot cross.
and the left peg cross.
I don't
Captain
think
Smalling.
He's going right. He's
Rocking
going
the
right.
jersey.
I don't
Right
think
here.
I don't think it's quietly. Everyone knows that he has
Get that
maybe
ugly shit
top
outta
5
here,
cross in
bro.
the league.
No, I'm just saying, in this game, it was all about Pogba, Zlatan, and Ashley Young still doing the damn thing out there.
Love it, man. Absolutely love it. Let's get into the other side of Manchester. Manchester City. TC being Leicester. Leicester brave showing, man. Absolute brave effort by them, but the class of Manchester City.
They
just
played
comes
well
through.
too.
They
Leicester
did, right?
played well for a while, but
The tactics was spot on, man. That counterattack, they kept springing. They just couldn't make it happen.
The offside line was they're playing in high Man City.
Very
Vardy
high.
was caught off like I don't even know how many times,
Yeah.
but a couple of times he was in. He missed both chances. Then Kai Walker had one cleared off the line.
No, that was
But
nasty.
Leicester, man, they were fucking towing that line. And
They were.
Man City are very culpable, and a team like Leicester, who was very good going forward
And
with
organized.
wild cards like Mahrez and Harry Maguire on set pieces, they did test a City team, and these are where the gaps are.
Yeah.
Granted, United was exposed at the back, a couple times where they didn't score. But Man City, man, they're not superhuman.
I
They
thought
can't be taken down. They will be taken down. They must be taken
That's a
down.
great point, man.
they won't be.
If
They
any
have to
manager
be.
wants to see how to beat City, you got to watch this Leicester team because obviously they
Especially
Leicester
from last
lost,
year.
but the tactics against City were brilliant. And last year,
Press
Vardy
them
had a
high.
hat trick against.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
never
it,
back
make
down.
them uncomfortable.
Never
you have
back
to,
down.
You cannot sit back
can't
and
be scared of
defend
them.
this
Yeah.
this City team. You have to press them high at certain points in time and then find your shell.
And it's a gamble because you're hoping David Silva doesn't have a fancy flick to Kevin De Bruyne who flicks it in, and all of a sudden Jesus is in after
Yeah, see,
40
that was
passes.
unexpected.
That's the gamble.
That was the snapshot.
what
Yeah.
the like long ball you say?
No,
No,
I'm
the
saying
Gabby
if you-
Jesus
if you
goal.
press-
It was just bing
right,
bang
if
boom.
you
Next thing you know,
press-
like how the hell did they get 5 yards ahead of us?
Yeah,
and we were just in line.
Yeah,
It was just that.
That's like
So that's the
quality that
risk
they
you play.
possess. Yeah,
That's why
you,
most
you know
teams
that
will
they're
sit
not going to
in.
hit the long ball.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
That's not the goal I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the second goal. Right after Leicester hit the post, they come
Counterattack.
right. They counterattack
Yeah.
right there. But it's not even about the counterattack. It's that Kevin De Bruyne, so classy, takes the ball, pushes to his left on his off foot, hits.
This was like one of the
Drives the
smoothest
ball.
fakes on the low, but the goal and the shot as
He-
well.
Honestly,
Like the fake, he was
when
like-
I was watching this game, I
Wow,
swear,
oh, so
I was watching the
bad.
game. It was the moment.
Right, left.
Those
It
type
was
of goals
just-
right there, you don't say anything. You just silent and you just eyes open, going, "Oh, what?"
You know what it-
That's just
Oh
that's just a
my God.
professional doing his job, man. Like every player in the world should be able to make that shot.
They should.
No one really can.
Yeah.
It's tough. But this guy just proves he can do what he's supposed to do. Weak foot, just like his right foot. Missile.
This
Absolute
was
missile.
the most excited I've been to see a shot since the rocket outside of the booth. Because that little change, man. I don't think you guys understand how hard that is to do physically, especially at that level. He wants to open his hips up, realizes the guy's expecting a shirl, closes his hips, pops the ball all in like one fluid moment to the left, and shoots it to the point where it hits the net and bounces back out.
Here's my thing. I thought he knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Yes.
He said, okay, everyone knows I'm righty. This guy thinks I'm going to turn
I'm
and
gonna
go
sell
right.
it.
So the way he sold it was beautiful.
Dude,
Was
he cut it back
like a
with
little
just
touch to the inside.
It reminded me of
Right.
a futsal goal.
Oh my God.
A futsal goal.
Unbelievable.
Stops with sole foot, pushes to the left, and it's nice driven shot.
It was incredible, man.
Oh
like
my
Kevin
God.
De Bruyne,
Top 5.
He's a wizard.
He's gonna be top 5, not top 5 right
he's
now.
the best
but
midfielder in England
He's
right
gonna
now.
be balling the competitor. Yeah,
he's the
I'll give you that.
fastest,
Right now.
fastest
I'll give you
EPL player to 50 goals to be either
To be
scored or
involved.
assisted. Yeah, to be
Wow.
involved with in like
Jeez.
74 games.
Dude, he's top
He's
5
been
right
involved
now.
with
I
50
think.
goals. That's with Man
In the
City.
world?
Yeah.
Look, he might be. It's hard to argue.
Like
I-
it's
After
way
the
he's
season, man,
playing.
let him wrap
Yeah.
a year.
No doubt.
We gotta let
But
these
you have
guys
to
wrap
realize-
up.
We'll go
Yeah.
match day 18. We'll get some awards.
18.
I like-
See how
I like
everyone's doing
calling
well.
it.
Yeah,
Break
halfway
me
through
out.
the season.
Okay.
But you also have to realize when you said other teams have to see how Leicester City played against City. Manchester City, this could have got out of hand.
Please
Because
stop saying
even right
City.
after that, Walker goes down the line. He gives a beautiful cross to Gabby Jesus. He hits it right into the goalie's stomach.
Should have been a goal. Yeah.
This game could have been 5-0, 6-0, like we have seen. So it's not even about watch this team. Let's see how to defend against them. It's almost for an English team right now, except for United and like maybe one other team.
Chelsea.
It's almost impossible to defend against this team. I
Not
feel.
for long, not for
No.
long, because
Well, who's it?
look,
Stoke that tied him 1-1.
Go ahead.
Vincent Company, this was his comeback game. He was out for like 2-3 months with a calf injury. He looked good, but John Stones lost him to a major hamstring injury.
And
He looks like
Mendy's out too.
he may have-
I believe.
I don't know if he tore it or not, but it was bad.
Still
It was
early
one of
to
those
say.
ones where you grab the hamstring and you feel it right away. And John Stones has been having a great season as well. So you now have an injury-prone Vincent Company. John Stone's going to be out for at least a couple of months.
Mangala.
Mangala came
He's a
in
bit
for
suspect.
him. He's a
He did
little
well.
bit-
He did well in
did
this
well.
game, but overall, he's a suspect defender.
Definitely agree with that. So Company could go down. You have John Stones and him going down.
You know,
Now
he's
who
play
do
playing
you
at
Fernandinho
center
or
back,
Fernando.
David Silva.
Yeah,
Just gonna
honestly.
miss. They're just gonna mix positions like Pep does, dude.
wouldn't
All
be
of a sudden, you'll
surprised.
see Delph playing center back, or you'll see.
Fernandinho would probably be back there. I can
But-
see.
Yeah, Fernandinho might. But
How
you
long
lose
can you
so much in
sustain
that
that?
What about
midfield.
Danilo?
That's the
How long
problem.
can you sustain that?
Danilo's in and out, man. I don't think he's adjusted well to the Premier League so far.
I could also see a
his
three
favorite-
back. Bring wing
no
back
center
center
back. backs.
No Company, no John Stones.
You have Mangala only.
Go.
Mangala only, so there's no
And
Otamendi.
Otamendi, he's a little bit banged up right now.
He's
Danilo-
out. That's
Danilo's
why he
a
didn't
wing
play.
back.
That's why Company played.
So what?
And that's why
Yeah,
Mangala
I mean,
came on.
it's not good, but I mean, you'd have to have Walker, Danilo, and Mangala
That's
as
too
your
many.
three
Like you
back.
said, so
and then you
that-
bring back Delph, or maybe actually have Delph play back and Danilo play up.
Look at all
Delph
these
is so
adjustments we're making.
No,
I don't
that's
think
fine.
this is going to mess
But-
with the system. And all my point is that now English teams do have a chance to beat this City team. Now they're a little
There's
bit
weakness,
weaker
yeah.
than they were before. Even though they'll be
You still
scoring
have to
goals.
stop them.
Even,
scoring goals.
You
but
can,
it's
still,
like-
you can limit
so
them
it's
to
like
one or
Liverpool,
two, but
right?
you can still hammer
yeah, exactly.
them.
Now they're like Liverpool. It's like, okay, you may hit us
If
for
Walker's
two, but
not-
we can hit you
if
for four.
the-
Yeah,
No,
if
this-
Walker's hurt,
they'll lead to
that
bounds
Vardy
above
goal
Liverpool.
goes in. No, there is. All we're saying is that, yes, Man City, you still have to stop their offense. But there's a crack. Just like when United,
There's a weakness
Pogba,
now.
and
Before there
Zlatan went
wasn't.
out, there was a weakness. There was
Before
an
it was like,
undeniable
what-
weakness.
Where's the weak spots?
United still kept winning.
Yeah.
United still,
I don't know.
maintained
Up 8
undefeated
points.
status.
I don't know if City will ever see anything but first place for the rest of the season.
It's
So they've had the
possible.
best start.
2 years in a row. Last year they won 10 in a row. Right now we're at match day 12. They keep winning. But City, it's absolutely possible for them to get shaky and lose
They
balance,
fall off.
especially with that
Injuries,
backline.
and we've
last
seen
year, last year the injuries were at fullbacks. That's why they went out and spent 150 million on 4 fullbacks. And this year the injuries are at center back. So I was joking in the text. He's gonna spend 150 million on center backs, but until then, you gotta what? Throw Fernandinho back there, which means now you lose that balance in the middle because you have to throw in Yaya
Makeshift.
Toure
It's
and
makeshift.
It becomes
It's gonna be
makeshift.
makeshift
All we're saying is
defense.
it cracks us. We're not saying it's over for City or
But-
City's
but-
not
but
the
with-
favorite anymore, but there's cracks, dude.
With 8 points between them and second place United, still have to play them twice this year. I mean, it's crazy to do the double, win both games, take 6 away, and cut it to 2. But even just making it taking 4 points off, making it a 4-point gap, then it's wide open. They lose or tie one more game, you win. But the fact that United still has 2 games against City, those are big games
That's major,
because
man.
they're gonna have to make them drop points.
I mean, they're still bringing guys like Bernardo Silva in off the bench. Gundogan coming in off the bench.
Gundogan looks like he's almost fully fit now.
And I said Fabian Delph. I was texting the group and I was like, look, Riyad Mahrez
about
made
that
Fabian Delph look like he's not a true left back. Take that back. Fabian looks like a true left back. He bounced back, getting beaten from a one-on-one situation to absolutely well, yeah, I'd say he kind of shut down Mahrez, man. Like
James Milner
neutralized him.
2.0.
He
James
looks like a D. He
neutralized.
looks like a D mid playing left back.
You know what? I don't think so anymore, man. I think he looks like
Ashley Young and James Milner.
proper left back.
Yeah, a winger. Ashing a winger playing left back. That's what he looks like.
He looks like a hard-working midfielder playing left back.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
See, I
That's
think
what I
he's-
said.
Do you see him getting in the face of Simpson?
It's hilarious.
And then just
I don't even know
ran
what that.
away.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was about.
Yeah.
Because they both slid into the ball, and then afterwards they slapped each other on the back, whatever, cool.
I
Like
think they were losing
know
at
why?
that point. And
Yeah, I
So
think they
Leicester
just
was
realized, hey,
losing,
we're
yeah.
professionals. We're living kind of a good life.
We're both
let's
not-
not-
but
but I don't know why Delph got
silly.
in Simpson's face though.
Yeah, who knows?
50-50,
Maybe
man.
they'll
Yeah, the
say-
50. Yeah,
Get in your face. if
The
you do
burning
50-50.
question of the weekend
What?
for us.
Why, what? You get in my
What,
face
his
and we
face?
went to a 50-50 challenge?
Yes,
Why?
because
You would get all pissy because you slid and I slid at the same time?
that's right. If you got my ankle, I don't play that.
I would tell you to go cry me a fucking river.
Okay, then I tell you something else.
I'd get in your face. I'd be like, don't slide next time.
I tell you to go on a diet
And I'd say,
So
why
that's
don't you
how
go on the
you-
diet with me?
because I'm not fat.
Got out. Got out. Think about
Saw it coming a mile away.
Always gets personal between me and Husky.
What are you gonna say?
Fuck if I know. I don't know.
Cool, man.
Nothing.
I mean, let's wrap this one up. There wasn't much to this.
Shout out to
City and
Abora on
draw.
Leicester City. This guy, kind of impressed with him.
Yo,
Kind of
I
sneaky.
had that
dude.
first chest strap in the first few minutes. I
Scooping
popped it
dudes.
over. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, he's
Yeah.
not scared. He's
Alright.
not scared.
Indeedy though, he looked a little scared.
Yeah,
Not
he's shaking
scared,
his
but
out,
he was
man.
just, he doesn't seem
He's
to be about
he's
this
not,
life.
He's no 2.0 or 0.5. I mean, can't take
Nah, we
0.5.
gonna drop you to a 0.3, bro. You gotta step it up. You gotta step it up.
Man of the match for this one.
De Bruyne.
Yeah.
KDB.
Goal. Orgasmic goal.
Vincent Kompany on the comeback tour. Yellow
Yeah.
card in the 3rd minute.
Could have been a red.
Setting the tone.
Yeah.
Setting the tone early.
Hell?
Ah, I'm back, guys. As a defender, man, I can feel that, man. You just want to tackle somebody. Get back in the flow.
Jesus.
I'm
clean
gonna
sheets.
give it to. I'm gonna give it to two guys, the wingers, the young wingers, Leroy
Nah, I don't need that
Sané,
guy.
Raheem Sterling.
Doesn't
That
count.
guy.
Sane
guys.
looked good
That guy,
again.
pick one. That's the pain.
Hey,
The pain
man.
is picking one.
If I'm
You
picking
can
one, I'm gonna pick
honorable mention
Leroy. I'm
someone.
gonna pick Leroy. But these guys, man, they're just scary. The pace, their movement,
Problematic.
that's ridiculous.
Sane seems almost like a must pick up for fantasy. He's been starting every game for the last 9 matches
Yeah, man.
for league.
And doing work.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. Liverpool 3, Southampton nothing. No surprise here. Anfield is a fortress this year, ladies and gentlemen. I think only 1 goal given up at Anfield this year,
I will
Against
double
Burnley.
check it right
1-1.
now.
if I'm
Against
not
Burnley.
mistaken. So no surprise there are clean sheets here. Salah, Wahba out there doing the work, man.
Real though.
Mane,
his team.
who's Mane right now? Right now, this is
Nah.
Salah FC. Right now, just
No,
right now.
Mane is
just
the
for
guy
this
you
game.
actually look. They're game planning for both, but Mane is the guy creating more space and time for Salah.
When Mane wasn't there, who was still scoring?
Allah.
It's easier now that Mane is there, but this is Salah FC for now.
Well, no, I wouldn't
Until
say
Mane
Mane
steps
but
in.
this is what Mane
Coutinho
did
was
last year. It's the
coward.
same thing. But you know what though?
Once
With
again, he was
Mane,
coward.
when Mane, let's just go to the second goal real quick. Mane, because he was so far out wide, it left a huge gap where Salah, once Coutinho get that ball,
100%, dude.
you go.
Look,
Right.
look,
That's what I'm saying. When you look at it as a coach, it's like who really is the most
this is-
important
this
player at the
is-
end of the day.
You know what this?
I still think it's Mane, but
This
Salah's
is
on fire.
The same thing that we talked about
been
with
on fire for
Firmino.
12 games.
Firmino did so much off the ball. What Mane's doing right now off the ball, but other people getting credit like, oh, he's doing bad. Firmino sucks. No, he doesn't. He's
Yeah,
just
he
doing
does.
he's doing a lot of good things off the ball.
Number
What
9 doesn't score.
Mane didn't get it on the score sheet, but he did a lot of things off the ball.
Look, I'm being facetious. Obviously, Mane is important to this team. Without Mane, Liverpool probably finishes 6-7. Obviously,
But who was
as
scoring
of right now,
goals?
man, Mane in and out of the
He's the goal
squad,
scorer.
injured out.
What's he top goal scorer
it
in the
becomes
league?
yes, dude, from the midfield position
Alright.
or winger position.
Yeah.
It becomes easier now that Mane's there. There's movement, like you're saying. It opens things up. But don't take credit from this guy, man. He
No,
was
not at
scoring.
all.
If Mane was on this form, we'd all be Mane FC, Mane FC.
The
This is
goal he
Salah
scored
FC
too,
right
man.
now.
That Cheryl,
He's
now
killing
he's
it.
shooting from outside the
come
box.
on.
My goodness.
Was that
I think it's a signing of
Arjen
this-
Robin or Van Persie on that ball?
Right.
You know, same trademark left foot Cheryl.
That was Salah.
And then not only that,
Salah.
but even the second goal, just to run away from the goal and able to turn the hips to just slip it in. I mean, he's class.
Turn your
That was
hips.
a great-
You just turn your hips and slip it in, huh?
Well, anyways,
Around the corner.
during the
What else do you do, Huss?
during the
Do you
midweek,
apply moisture?
Apply moisture.
get the strawberries ready.
Get the strawberry.
Love the callback. Love the callback.
So the midweek,
Crepes for
Tiki and-
after, right? Crepes afterwards?
Dessert after.
That's what, I'm
Dessert.
not, I had a couple things to say. I'm not gonna
Crepes
say.
with cream.
Hey.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm gonna stop. I had some
Don't
good
get
things
so
to say.
dirty, guys.
Yeah.
Not
So-
even windows. That was
So midweek show, Tiki and I were talking, and one thing I said was that
Midweek
Liverpool.
show, you mean
The fantasy talk.
cast. Yep, I mean fantasy talk. Yeah.
So I was saying to Tiki that Liverpool had to win this game 3 or 4-0 for the fact that they had to show Virgil, come to us. Southampton is a joke right now. Come to us.
100%.
Make anything possible. Get on our team.
Dude, I'm glad Virgil's back playing. They've actually seemed to do better when Yoshida was in, though.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that's about right now. But again, the two guys who I think will eventually leave from this Southampton
Two guys.
back line. How many? Cedric Suarez and Virgil van Dijk. I think those two guys, they will leave relatively soon.
Dusan
that'll be-
Tadic is not
that
leaving.
back line.
The way he's playing, man. That
Yeah.
second goal, that was embarrassing.
Sean
Virgil van
Dijk.
Dijk, brilliant header on the corner kick to win it, get the ball out, get it wide. Tries to dribble through the middle. I mean, those are goals that just shouldn't happen, especially against the Liverpool side. They just dominate the high press.
Wrong place, wrong
Just
time.
get the ball out.
Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate for him to take that risk. But Liverpool, like I say, man, fortress at Anfield. If they can sort out their away form, it'd be such a more balanced approach to the Premier League.
And one thing we always talked about, Coutinho, is he happy? Is he not happy? He's playing for Brazil, but he's not playing for Liverpool. How did he react after that last goal? Oh my
That's a lot.
goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the same way he reacted after that free kick that he had when he came back. I think it was like the second game in. Like, look, he cares.
He had an interview
He did-
after, though, saying, like, I mean, not after, but before the game, prior to the game, they're asking him about Barcelona and stuff like that. And I think he's being very professional about it. I think he does have a lot of great friends at Liverpool, like Moreno. Apparently, one of his
Firmino as
best
well.
friends, Firmino.
Well,
Some
Moreno's come out.
Brazilian guys.
Moreno's came out and said,
Yeah.
I want him here.
Exactly.
And he's trying to persuade him to stay.
Coutinho's just sticking to his ground that, look, I'm at Liverpool right now. I'm happy where I'm at right now.
Fifth place.
But not necessarily happy, just like keeping it along the lines
This
of
is my job,
professional.
yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to
You're
execute
paying me
and
for
play
a
well.
service.
And so
Look,
he's keeping it cordial right
I
now.
think in the back room, they've basically told him, look, 1 year, give us 1 year. Next summer you're going to Barca.
Or PSG. Most likely
PSG.
Barca, though. It's a better fit.
Unless 100% better fit and probably a better environment for him to develop around. There's not going to be a lot of guys coming in and out. There's going to be an identity to the way you play.
Big identity, yeah.
Versus like PSG, where it's a bunch of hitmen, but that's not a
Mercenaries.
bad thing. That's not
A mercenary lifestyle is
different
fun,
approach.
man.
It's Real Madrid Barcelona approach.
To get it done. They definitely get it done. But
Hell
wow,
yeah.
Liverpool keeping a clean sheet. Not so leaky this past weekend.
Right?
I actually
It'll
thought
work.
they weren't going to. One thing I said to Tiki during the fantasy talk, I really didn't think Mane was going to play this match. I didn't think it was smart to play him.
Tender hamstring.
Well, yeah, there's no reason to play this dude. This guy plays 24/7 between this club and country. It's just crazy. So I thought he should have sat because they have Chelsea coming up. That's a huge game.
Champions League midweek as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. It's one of those things where you trust the other players. He does. I don't know why Mane plays so much when he has injury issues.
Because without him, you lose.
No,
Not with
No,
Salah,
dude.
Wah.
haven't you been listening?
Salah
Nah.
If you listen, you learn.
I
They've only let up one goal at
I
home
haven't been learning.
all year, and then you got Salah, and then you got other players pinching it. Oh, look, Coutinho pitching as well. What are you look? Al's going in and out of the room right now, doing something.
Backpack.
struggling.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to take a
Man of the
piss
match,
or-
let's wrap this one up. I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it to Salah.
I'm giving it to
Coutinho
Salah.
balled.
Have to
It
be
has
him.
to be Salah. Team Salah.
You don't have to.
Who else then?
Coutinho goal and assist.
I guess, but Salah, man, that goal set the tone of the entire game.
Statement goal.
Like, look, oh, I got Speedy gonna hang back on me. All right, I'm just gonna show it in from outside the 18. Sterling,
Churls for
Learn,
girls.
Sterling.
I got.
All right,
I
there's a
got
shot. There's a shot.
I got
You
the
almost
most
made an
solid-
entire podcast without the Sterling shot. There it is, son.
I only do it
And you
because of
wonder
you
why.
guys. No, I don't
Wonder
do
why.
it for
Next
Sterling
week.
anymore. It has nothing to do with Sterling anymore. It has everything to do with you
It's
guys.
coming up.
Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
Shout out to Alexander Arnold with a special performance.
Oh yeah. What the hell? I've had Alexander Arnold all year, and then last week I finally switched over to Gomez. He gets me 6 points, great. But then Alexander Arnold starts playing again. I'm like, come on, dude. Klopp's killing me on fantasy.
Shout out
Don't
to
have
Rebecca
Liverpool defenders. Rule 101.
That's so true.
My Gomez was playing every league game, and then Alexander Arnold was more of the Champions League
was he
guy.
getting?
So is Tarkowski, cheaper and more points.
So isn't Ben Mee or
Lowton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Mee,
Lascelles.
Lowton, Lascelles.
Let's pick up Klavan for next week, bro.
Yeah, good.
Klavan.
Klavan.
Dude, last year you had you had Klavan and
That
Lovren.
name.
You remember
That's a
that?
tough name.
Last year?
Last year you had Klavan and Lovren.
Yeah, I finished above all you guys.
I don't know how.
Damn.
I don't know
What?
You
how.
know what? You set him up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
did.
punched us in the Hey man, dunk on me.
Oh, that's sweet. That's cute.
West Brom 0, Chelsea 4. I gotta applaud Antonio Conte, man. His seat right now is at siege, dude. The media just going after this guy, talking
it.
about they're bringing in Gianfranco Zola to smooth things over with the owner and his right-hand person. But he goes to West Brom, a tough team. I guess this year not so tough. They were near the relegation
Tony P.
spot.
17th place, baby. 2,
So
4,
he
and 6.
struggling.
10 points. 1 point above the drop.
I thought this
They
was
come
going
in
to be
and
a
do
statement.
work. They come in and do work, man. 4-0.
At
The
home, man.
CCB, we
midweek.
away.
Midweek, Tiki
No,
and I,
yeah, Chelsea was away. West Brom don't lose typically like this at home.
No.
but midweek, Tiki and I were talking about it. I predicted a 1-1 draw.
Agazi.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I was
It's a risk.
I was
It
just,
was a risk,
I was
to
just
be
thinking,
fair.
guys, you know what? Here's his time to get that header. Make something special.
Guys,
wait, what
guys
did you
been
think?
sucking.
Gut feeling.
Just
Gut
long
feeling.
balls.
Gut feeling.
Boot it.
You got to swing for the fences.
Booted to
But-
Agazi.
But you know,
out of your mouth. Gazi.
but I was completely wrong. Holy crap! 4-0. I mean, I'm officially off the West Brom, even slightly bandwagon because
Defense, yeah.
I mean,
You're late to the party.
no, it's I know
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a party,
yeah. What?
but at the same
What are you
time,
talking about?
No, I know
it's a party.
I know
it's a party. I know I wasn't invited.
No, I know.
I know I'm late.
Look, but it's just one of those things. In the last 3, 4, 5 years, you count on West Brom to be defensively sound, having trouble
You
off.
can't rely on history,
offense.
though.
It's Watford
And now,
Watford's the new
I had a little
team.
soft spot,
You know why-
for
you know why they-
West Brom.
West Brom struggled, dude.
Tony P.
No. Tony P's been there, man. He's held them up.
He's a savage.
They lost Darren Fletcher.
Yeah, that was big.
Darren Fletcher in that midfield.
Seriously.
Look. All I'm saying for
I know.
West
I
Brom,
know.
he was the engine because now you got to rely on guys like Claudio Jakob to come in there and do work. You know what I mean? That level of
Stoke City,
Right.
Stoke City not much better. 2 points above them in 15th.
But not only
They need
Yeah,
no,
no,
seriously, they need
but-
no, but you have to remember that last year.
Greg Kokariak,
Kukoviak.
Kukoviak
He's-
kept coming
he's
from
saying right,
PSG,
dude.
right?
He's on loan from PSG right
Guys
now.
like that have to step up, man. Like he was a guy who, for his national team, he was playing well. Was he Polish, I believe? And he got who was at Sevilla prior to PSG. So this is a guy who, for a guy at West Brom's holding midfielder, if you lose a guy like Darren Fletcher, you need guys like him to step
And
up.
usually, man, and he sort of has not overall, but in the few games I've seen him play, he is a bright spot for this team. But unfortunately, it's his first year in the EPL.
Not this
doesn't
game.
know
You're
the
playing against
team.
Chelsea this game, so.
And you're playing Chelsea, so it's like it's tough, man. Kukoviak is a bright spot. I don't know if he's a replacement for Fletcher, but he's definitely a bright spot.
But the thing is, I think I've brought that up almost every week about West Brom, how they sold Fletcher, and I don't know why they did. I don't know if Fletcher asked to leave. I don't know if they
I don't
thought
get it
just
either.
to grab some
Salary.
money.
It's probably a salary thing.
Yeah, but they didn't make enough money off of him to sell him.
You got TV
and
rights.
even last year, I was watching. I don't know if it was Behind the Badge or I saw a documentary or interviews with West Brom. And Tony Pulis even came out saying he relies so much on Fletcher, it was ridiculous.
And he's a leader too. Like,
That's
he's-
what
he's
I'm
a
saying.
coach on the field.
He was more than
that guy.
Exactly.
exactly.
Gareth Barry from Everton.
Yeah,
and
but-
now it's like we have one of the oldest and most long-serving players.
But
in
he's,
The dude that
he's a
history.
negative player with no engine anymore.
He also
Gareth
loves
Barry's
yellow
brilliant
cards.
at tackling.
I'm just
but-
look. I agree with you guys. I'm just thinking that was potentially the logic. Was
Agreed,
okay. We're
agreed.
bringing in this other old guy. We can't have another old guy. And it's
they
they're-
should have never brought Barry in there.
No.
In my opinion.
agreed.
Bring in a young.
I love that we're talking about West Brom and not Chelsea right now.
That's true. We hate Chelsea.
Yeah,
We
Chelsea
hate
sucks.
Well, no,
So
because it was just TCB. I mean, it just
You
gets.
fucking knocking this
Are you,
thing.
you hit the camera again?
It's right by my elbow, dude.
So, what is this?
It's not even near your elbow compared to this. That's what that
We'll move
is.
it
Why do you keep putting your elbow back there then? Keep your elbows in front of you.
Every time I turn.
Why are you turning? We're over here.
Why you shut up? Just shut
All
up.
over,
There you
all
go.
over you.
Thank you, Zeke.
No, you know what was the problem with this game? Francesc Fabregas.
When he feels like playing, Chelsea just bosses games, man.
Is he a fantasy pickup now? Because he's dropping dimes like DeJong.
No,
I have
not
him
for
in the
me.
draft.
Not for me.
He's what, the only creative central midfielder that they have. Conte, not that creative. Bakayoko, he'll get creative as time goes on, but he's not known for his creative ability. Cesc is the guy who's going to be playing those balls into Morata, Fabregas,
I think.
and he'll
I
be
think,
taking set pieces as well.
Look, I think Cesc, when he pops, this is what happens. He gets 2 assists or whatever. My problem with Cesc is that he plays way too deep. Most of the time when he gets the ball, he's given a hockey assist. So he'll give it out wide to Willian, who'll then cross it to Morata. Or he'll give it to Hazard, who'll dribble, lay it off for someone else. You know, so he is productive. But I think he has that De Bruyne syndrome where last season De Bruyne was playing a little too far deep. He'd give it to Silva, who'd give it to Jesus, who would score. So a lot of hockey
still finished
assists.
with the most assists in the league.
Absolutely, he was a beast. He's an absolute beast. But I think Fabregas, for me, you look at last season as well, like his points total. You'll see him. You'll see those spikes where
For
he
the
gets
price,
2 or
is the
3.
price worth?
The price is
the
not
juice
worth it
worth the squeeze?
in my opinion. But he is, like you said, the most creative center mid. I dare you to do it. I would actually prefer you
There's
to
other
pick up
guys.
Chesky.
There's Sonny. There's guys. popping
Yeah.
way
People
too
have
much
him, man,
right
in
now.
fantasy.
Just
They
the
do,
big-
people have him.
Yeah, they do.
But if we're talking
It's
about
such a
people,
risk.
players being consistent and inconsistent, we got to talk about Hazard. He had a great game.
Good shot.
Put the ball in the back of the net. I mean,
Twice.
twice. Yeah, sorry, you got the brace. But is he
He's
going to bring?
also unplayable. Not beyond
In
the
this
goals.
mood,
beyond
in this
the goals,
mood,
yeah,
when he's in this mood,
Yeah,
he's
and was
unplayable.
unplayable.
So next week, should Liverpool be afraid? Yeah, probably. But is he going to score? We don't know. It's just
Yeah,
Hazard.
that's the tough thing this year with him.
Because 2 years ago he's Player of the Year. Last year, oh no, sorry, it was 2 years ago. 3 years ago
3
he's
years
Player of the
ago,
Year.
yeah.
2 years ago was Mourinho, so he was
Struggled.
It took him 6 months to score a goal or something.
Yeah.
Then last year he finished second, and then this year is just like up and down. I know
Well, he's
the
coming
injury.
back.
Yeah,
he's
the
coming
injury
back.
and
He's
everything.
coming back for the injury.
But I mean, I
But
think this
that's-
is definitely a step in the right direction for Hazard because when we talked about that with Alexis Sanchez. When they are top form and when they mentally think they can do everything
Yeah,
and they get that confidence, oh my goodness, the special things that they do.
Well, Morata might be the same thing, except
Yo.
more consistent.
Morata is about this EPL life.
He is.
Absolutely.
Undebatable.
He is.
I mean, even if, let's say he doesn't score the rest of the year, whatever, but like just his physicality,
His movement.
his work rate, his movement,
His vision.
his vision, and of course his finishing. Like, this guy's about the EPL, man. I was a little nervous because he played in Serie A, soft league, went to Real Madrid, did work for Real Madrid, but you're in Real Madrid, you're getting so much supply, and everyone's getting double teams or leave space.
Now you're the guy.
He comes here, the guy, to replace one of the most storied Chelsea, I won't call him a legend because I don't know if he was there long enough, but
No.
one of the most popular
Fan
Chelsea
favorite, cult
Yeah,
hero.
fan favorite, cult
you know.
hero.
Is he the
Excellent
second best
words.
striker of all time for Chelsea?
No,
I don't
not
think
yet.
so, no.
Not yet. Not yet.
No.
Well, he's
not
top
yet.
5. So I mean,
Easy. We'd have
Look,
to,
it might
we'd
be
have to
top
look
five.
at
He had
the
two
record
good
book.
seasons, though. I mean, you have to go back. Chelsea's
Yeah.
been around for
Yeah,
100
Zola
years.
has to look at the
Zola's
record
been
books.
killing it for them.
Zola,
Playing number 9.
Drogba, Johnson.
Idar.
I take Eider over fucking Diego Costa.
So, you know,
Nilka was there too. I don't know if
Nikola Nelka.
the thing about it with Morata, though, you brought up physicality. I think it was a month ago. I think it was 4 weeks ago.
Batshuayi came
When Batshuayi came on, and I made the comment like, this is why you need Diego Costa because you have Morata and then Batshuayi, and Diego Costa is almost like a mission between them. Since that game when he got pushed around, he has improved. He's learning.
yeah.
He's not going to be someone that's just sulks about it. Just like
He's not
"Ugh,
one to be fucked
I'm getting
with."
pushed. I'm getting hit.
And they're
now
gonna make him
he's
hit the weights too.
now he's
They're
starting to step it up and say, "Look,
Yeah, dude.
I need this. I need to step up."
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
impressed by
the things
Morata.
that help
too.
him, the things that help him in that department are his size. First of all, he's a big boy,
Yeah.
but his intelligence. You know,
Yeah,
you can
man.
tell he's not only technical, but he's intelligent.
Very.
The way he plays and the way he
Even-
invites contact. You know, it's not he won't be doing Chordini challenges.
Yeah.
He works around that. He's too smart for that. He's too pretty.
Dude, even that goal he had against United, that header goal, that looping header he had.
Movement.
That's just intelligence,
Yeah.
man. To know, the goalie's off his line, I just need to loop it. Obviously, we've seen plenty of forwards do that, but this guy's first year EPL, playing in a hostile environment, in my opinion.
And
The
producing.
media is absolutely trying to rip this poor
For
guy
me-
Conte down.
Chelsea's season is still dependent upon the health of N'Golo Kante. The past 2 years, this guy's played like every single game, basically. He was then brought on to the French national team. I think that may have just added more mileage to his body. And his game is to run. His game is to cover ground, read, anticipate, win the ball back, and then release. So This was his first game back, I believe, in a little.
No, I think
was
it's
it
his
last
second
week?
game back.
Second game back.
And they've won both games.
Yeah, so N'Golo Kante is the X factor of this Chelsea team. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, Hazard and Morata, all these bright lights around, but the guy in the engine room who keeps them going is N'Golo Kante. If he stays healthy,
stoking that fire.
they finish top 3 and
If
above.
he doesn't stay
If
healthy,
he doesn't stay healthy, might be talking. I don't know. Conte might get fired. Lots of things could potentially happen with this Chelsea.
Yeah, because
team.
Chelsea has no patience for losses.
Exactly.
You know, they have zero, especially the owners, not like the media. Whereas United, the owners are more forgiving, but it's the media and the fans that
They pile
force the
on.
pressure.
Nah,
yeah,
this owner's like,
Chelsea's the owner.
I'm coming
Roman.
to practice
Yeah.
today.
Roman,
showing up to the training ground and stuff.
I want Andriy Shevchenko. I don't care. You buy him.
Very
I
interesting.
love that
Play
accent,
him.
dude. That's
Very-
money.
Not bad.
I love it.
should act
But I mean, that makes
Oh,
me.
I have three on my hands.
Quick nugget here. Very interesting. What should I say? Nugget, I guess, about Chelsea FC. They're a little bit different than other clubs in how they're ran because of the owner. So, like most clubs have a technical director who's in charge of the youth system and down the structure of that, as well as bringing in players to the first team, and he's kind of the middle ground between the professional first team and the youth guys. At Chelsea, it's reportedly there's like a ceiling to that. So like we know the ex-technical director Emanalo, he left, was hired by Monaco. And they're saying a big reason because of that is because he couldn't really push on for more power at the club.
Okay.
Abramovich essentially was like, okay, this is where you stop now. Like
Slow your roll.
exactly, like I can bring in the transfer, I bring in whatever I want. Almost like Jerry Jones with the Dallas Cowboys. How
Good shout.
as he's an owner who's also a technical director who can also be a coach at certain times and suggest which players should be in the starting lineup. So that's just a little nugget about how Chelsea's run.
Definitely.
In case you didn't know,
Cool, man.
man of the match.
Yep.
I got Morata, man.
Hazard.
Fuck Hazard. Open net goal.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
It's a
give it
gimme.
to Hazard, man.
It's a gimme.
Unplayable, absolutely unplayable.
I'm going to give it a Hazard.
You
Hazard
guys
as well.
suck.
I hate you guys.
Beep boop beep boop doo doo. As you guys, sorry, let me restart that. Rewind. This episode of the Podcast FC show is brought to you by CLNS Media. We work in association with CLNS Media. They're a radio broadcasting company outside of Boston. They cover the big boys in town, the big sports, the Celtics, 14 games unbeaten. What's up?
Let's get it. What up, Golden State?
What's up, Golden State?
What up, Cleveland?
Boston Celtics, the Patriots, the New England Revolution, our soccer team out here. And then the small guys like us, the Podcast FC show. They put on a lot of people, big and small. They don't discriminate against size, Tom. So,
That's right.
it's all good.
I don't want that joke to be associated with me.
It is. It is. Dude.
Created it
I'm
in
just
your
kidding,
now.
guys.
No.
You know what?
All right. Well, they'll find out one way or another.
So
Today.
if you guys are looking for quality radio for your favorite sports teams, you should check out CLNS Media by going to clnsmedia.com or by downloading the CLNS Media app for your iPhone or Android for free. So once again, that's CLNS Media, everybody. One more time, CLNS Media. What's up, Nick?
Boom.
Crystal Palace 2, Everton 2. What an entertaining
What a
game.
barn burner.
I feel terrible for Crystal Palace. I feel like
Hard
they
done.
deserved this win, but
Fucking Speroni.
fucking yes,
Fucking
dude.
Speroni.
Yes.
Bro. What you got?
What about
Speroni.
What about him? Go.
46th minute, you have the ball, just lump it. Lump it to the other corner flag. I'm going to play it to my center back at half with his back to the field.
Thought he was at Man City.
No one talking to the
Was
guy.
that Milivojevic who kind of tried to dribble out, or was that Speroni?
Was it? Let me
No,
check.
Speroni gave him the ball.
Speroni the goal, yeah.
He put him in a hospital position.
Instead of just
Kind of tried to
Oh,
dribble out though.
yeah,
He could have just lumped it up
Dude.
top too.
Yeah.
But
Dude, they're both equally at fault.
yeah.
Yeah. But what are you doing, Speroni? And at that point, Willie Zaha just scored again, another goal.
This
hero.
guy's the man.
Dude, this guy is crazy with
That-
putting the team on his back
that goal
in
was so
almost a
sick,
literal
too.
sense.
It was like a
he ran
knife
the-
stab. Just
Outside of the right
shot,
foot.
Outside of the.
What a
right
ball
foot.
too though. That cross, man. That cross was,
That was nice,
brilliant.
man. That was
Just
tempting.
beat everyone
Brilliant
down.
cross, man. But you're down 1-0 in the first minute.
Scott Dan with an error.
Yes,
that
that
was
was
sad.
Scott Den, yeah.
Not Milivojevic.
But
I
another Leighton Baines penalty. We'll fly through this one a little bit.
Yeah, 2 goals in the first
6
7
minutes,
minutes. 6
yeah.
minutes of this game. Unbelievable.
But then to
pace.
go up before half, all right, boys, we're going to do it. Everton, another team struggling. And then to give up that goal and give Hussey fucking 10 points for Nias was bullshit.
That was
and
a crime.
just before this, I was critical of Wayne Rooney not starting for my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Worked out because now Robbie Brady's coming in for him.
Yeah.
So that worked out well. But Nias wasn't offering much. And you have a guy like Rooney on the bench. You gotta play Rooney. There's no option at this point.
I don't think so, dude. I don't
Nope,
think so. I
there is
think
an
he's a distraction. He's a quality
Hey,
player.
but
man.
Nias was not producing.
Nias was never given an opportunity to produce.
And
As soon as Koeman came
It's a
in,
bullshit
didn't-
goal.
Neither
dude.
was
It's a
Sandro.
bullshit goal.
It was a clinical
as
goal.
soon as
This one's a breakaway from.
dude, it was. but
Yeah, it's a
great
breakaway.
finish.
It was a great
Which
finish.
clinical.
Guess what? Rooney doesn't even get to that ball because he's slow.
Yeah, he's shooting.
that's true.
That's true.
Rooney
great
turns
point.
and chips the goalie right away.
No,
that's what he
but I
fucking.
love
No, he
Rooney.
doesn't.
Blast it as hard as he can. Maybe you go sub corner.
Oh, World
or
Cup.
it probably
World
goes
Cup
into
Rooney.
the stands.
This guy has like 3 goals from outside the 20-yard mark.
Yeah, like
this
3
season.
goals from the
He's
PK.
gonna miss. God, you guys,
this guy,
you
man.
guys just hate us.
To me, though, you should be mad at Nias because of the dive, bro. He may be in retroactive.
That was bullshit, too,
He may get
man.
a retroactive suspension.
Horrible call by
Yeah.
what's his name, Anthony Taylor.
Yeah, what was he
Horrible
up to? He's a good ref. What,
That
what
dude,
was
he
that
right
about?
away. Like,
he was
like,
so
didn't
confident
consult
about it.
anybody. Fucking
Yeah.
made up his mind.
TV ref. Yeah, he
Crystal
likes
Palace
TV
hard
ref.
done by, but 2-2.
And also Sigurdsson, good game. First
Up.
game without Rooney.
Called him out.
Now are we saying that
Because he's playing this
Sigurdsson-
position. He's not playing on
Yeah.
the left wing
Trying
side.
to force Rooney in.
Is Rooney
Get out of here.
actually? He's doing well with stats, but is he bringing the team down offensively?
No.
He's just
Look, I don't
slower,
think he's
man.
bringing the team down. I just don't think he's helping the team. That's all. Especially with
4
the,
goals
with the
doesn't help. He's
reputation.
top scorer.
Look who
Yeah.
they brought in, though. They brought in a ton of
That's a good
center
point.
attacking midfielders. Now Rooney is no longer the center forward. If you're going to play, they have to change the entire shape, essentially, if they want to accommodate Rooney. You have to either play another striker next to him, or you have to move Sigurdsson out to the left and have Rooney underneath that
screw
striker.
Sigurdsson
And
out.
that's not Sigurdsson's favorite position at all.
Oh,
Use
not-
your
not even
speed. You have Aaron Lennon, Lookman out wide. We have Calvert-Lewin as well, who could they rotate in there potentially. But use
And
your
Ramirez,
speed. Have
don't forget
Sigurdsson
him.
be the man.
Definitely.
Have Sigurdsson. He is the man. Let him be the man where he is.
Love it.
Quick touch.
Palace, my bad. Bournemouth 4, Huddersfield 0.
Bullshit game.
Huss's boy finally comes through for him.
You're moving the mic back.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to pop people's eardrums.
Dude, this game was
Huss Silver
ridiculous,
right on the
man.
mic.
I was just excited. Callum Wilson.
Dude, you've
Here
been
we
going
go.
for 3 weeks now.
Bournemouth have been struggling, man. Struggling so bad.
2.
Which is why I thought this would be a draw.
Okay.
I thought Huddersfield beating United. They can beat anybody.
I know.
You concede to. I mean, at one point they conceded 2 goals to 9-10 men.
But you know what it is, man? These games are the hard ones. to
They
get
are the
up
hard
for.
games, 'cause
that's why there's
equal.
always a giant killer team. You know, West Ham's been a giant killer before. West Brom's been giant killers. Bournemouth last year took, I think, Arsenal and Liverpool in the
Leicester.
same year and tied United and City. So they're giant killers, but these are the games, man. Fresh after the international break, Huddersfield traveling to Bournemouth. Huddersfield, like you're saying, is good enough to beat anyone in this league. They've shown it.
But to get
And they
beat
get
for 4,
smacked.
man.
They
And it was
just didn't
4.
show up for the game.
Callum Wilson with the hat trick. All goals were nice. All his
Yeah.
goes were nice.
There was
Guys,
Eddie Howe
Joshua
The
goal.
King.
free kick goal in the second one, playing the high line, no one dropped back to cover. That was they got undone by that.
Mistake.
I think a little bit too easily.
As
but-
I've said in the past, this guy is Bournemouth's version of Sturridge, Daniel Sturridge. If he can just stay healthy, he's a special player. When he came into the league, he was the marquee player that
He
they
was a
had.
top scorer too.
Yeah.
Who sent them basically into the Premier League.
Yeah.
And then he just got hurt
Like
time
the
and
first
time
game,
again.
busted his knee out for the season, like the first
So
game
sad, man.
basically, and then comes back the next season, struggles again last season.
Get some goals. He
If-
always gets a
put it-
couple goals.
put it
Every
this
time he's
way.
out there, and then he goes
Bang.
boom.
Put it this way, if he doesn't get injured, he's not on Bournemouth right now.
Possibly.
Potential.
He could
Not
be on
potential.
Everton.
He's gone.
It's a fact, everybody.
right?
He's gone.
Next game.
No, real quick. Simon Francis gets a red card right before half. What does Bournemouth do?
Score
Score
2 more
another
goals.
2 goals, dude. Eddie Howe. Just never back down. I love it. Absolutely love it. Next game.
Cherries.
Not the cherries.
Burnley 2, Swansea 0.
Not
Sorry,
the
you
cherries.
saying up the cherries. Burnley 2, Swansea 0. Big fantasy gamble here.
Easiest prediction that Tiki and I made all week. Give me a break.
Yeah, I had 3 Burnley defenders in there doing work, all clean sheets.
Swans.
Swans are
You're
so
done,
impotent,
son.
Dude, you guys have
You're
to get
done.
Burnley players. They're so cheap.
I do.
and it's so functional.
But-
I got
Especially
3.
the
Tiki's got
goalkeeper.
3.
Yeah, man. The goalkeeper or the defender. I don't know about midfield and forwards because they're so
Oh
inconsistent
shit! I already have 3. I
offensively.
can't pick up the
Between
goalie.
Barnes, Hendrick, like one of those guys, they end up scoring. Somehow Robbie
Brady always with the crazy left foot, man.
Just like
I really thought this was going to be like a 1-1 draw. I did. Because I thought Tammy Abraham was going to come back, score, but He went off with an injury. I believe it was a back problem. He looks like he's going to be done for a little bit now.
The back that's very difficult.
He looks out for at least 2 months.
Shout out to Wilfred.
I'd say.
Funny.
I'm going
Your physio history here
Will Fried.
from your experience.
6 weeks.
Bro, you landed.
6 weeks.
This is the.
We did this last year too.
ridiculousness of us.
We did this last year too. That's correct.
He's coaching goalie camps, and he's never played goalie. in his
First off, I'm
life.
not coaching
Now
goalie
he's
camps.
never been
I'm
a
not coaching
doctor.
goalie.
Never been a doctor in his life, bro.
Dude, never mind doctor. You're going too high. He's never been a fucking nurse.
A trainer.
A first aid.
A trainer.
Never been a first aid guy who comes on.
Are you even first aid CPR like certified?
6 weeks.
Not even first aid
Hey,
CPR
I was
certified.
1 for 1. I was 1 for 1 last
You
year.
heard it here now. Who's out for 6 weeks?
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham out for 6 weeks.
Nostradamus in the building.
Nostradamus.
I'm going on a limb a little
PFC
bit.
204.
This is like a Hagazi limb right now.
Yeah, that's a stretch,
There's
bro.
no bueno.
But I love it, man. Takes
I'll tell you who's
some
not
guts.
stretching. Tammy Abraham. Get well.
That's just mean.
Come back in like 6 weeks.
And lastly, we got Watford 2, West Ham 0. Man,
Rick Carlson, baby.
I was so
I
pissed
love
when
it.
I saw the schedule coming out. I was like, that's the one game you're going to leave us with on Sunday. I get it. You know, the top teams have Champions League, so you want to make them play on Saturday. But why couldn't Crystal Palace and Everton play today? I'm sitting there bitching. This was a good game, man.
Dude,
Watford is about this. Never mind
football
that.
was shit
Their manager,
sometimes.
dude.
Yo,
ahead.
no,
Dude,
not,
Everton is
not just
supposed to-
not just the
Silva?
manager,
Marco
guys.
Silva, dude.
Not just the
He's
manager.
got him playing. He's got Watford playing like they play football.
But he brought in
Dude,
his
goalkeeper.
guys. He was able to bring in his guys.
Look who he has. He is legitimate athletes, and we're talking about Pogba being like Yaya Toure.
Yeah.
Decore
Beast.
reminds me of a Yaya Toure or Vieira.
Yeah, man.
Because he doesn't go up. He's not going to be
No.
special
He
moves
reminds
here and there, but he gets
Let me
back.
correct
He
that.
crushes.
Nah.
He makes nice
You
passes.
guys are
too
getting
much.
greedy.
Yeah, it's too much.
Reminds me
Oh no, it's a poor man.
Reminds me-
Obviously, it's a poor man version,
Broke
but like,
man. He reminds me of Sissoko. Sissoko.
When he played center midfield.
Yeah, when he plays center midfield, you watch him at Newcastle.
oh, for Newcastle.
Yeah, he played that position for Newcastle.
By the way,
No, I think
bombing
Musa
runs.
Sissoko had a great game against Arsenal. Just want to point that out.
Solid.
Dude,
Yeah,
of all
some
the
missed
Spurs
touches,
players,
yeah.
man, he was one of the few bright.
Yeah, he wasn't scared.
bright spot.
But when you saw
His
Watford
backs.
have the ball, it was not. It wasn't even close. Nobody could get the ball. Once they even were close, they would pass the ball or shield it, and they were just big, athletic dudes that they were never dispossessed.
No,
They
play
olayed
good stuff,
olayed
too.
for 90 seconds.
Yeah, they play good
Dude,
ball too. It's not just
Watford.
like they have some athletes, but go ahead.
Watford was given the West Ham Olays. When West Ham
Yeah,
had
they
the
felt
ball,
bad for them,
It was
yes.
hilarious.
It was
man.
so
They were
rhymy.
reverse Olays.
And then what did
Yeah,
the West Ham
Rhymy
do?
as
West
well,
Ham puts together like 4 passes and
Olay!
loses it. Like, what the fuck? They-
Oh, and then
Watford
talking
flying
about
high.
we're talking about Tammy Abraham getting injured. Anatovic goes down. He was rolling around like he was going crazy on the ground. It looked like he broke his thumb or wrist or something. I'm not sure
Thumb. They
exactly.
said it was his thumb.
It was his thumb.
Yeah.
It looked like his wrist at first, but then I saw him holding just like the thumb, so I
He
wasn't sure.
should have
exactly.
kept playing.
But you know what?
Thank you, dude. What about my
Just
my
like-
man
I was a
Alex
little
in the
big-ass
fence?
dude.
I was a
Keep
little
playing.
surprised his reaction. So I don't know how bad the thumb is, but
Yeah, I mean,
he
break
looked.
your
I
thumb.
thought the way he was rolling around, I thought he shattered his forearm.
Dude,
Or
that's what- look,
like shattered his wrist.
Look, man, I don't want to sound mean out here. I don't know his pain level, yada yada. But
pain
that
threshold.
looked like a lot. I thought, like, how
I thought it was like-
I thought his arm was cut off, severed. Like he was like kicking his legs on the ground, and of course, man, a broken thumb. I don't want to
I
experience
don't know the
that.
ligaments involved with it. Maybe it goes up the arm, up the wrist.
Exactly. How bad the
but the way
fracture
he
was.
yeah, I don't know. So, but the way
He broke
was
it in
kicking
5 places.
made it seem like it was like
Disintegrated.
pulled off. Yeah, man.
Dude, I
hope he's
about
okay.
to give a shout out to Will.
Yes,
Gotta give a shout out to
I
Will.
was just double checking the name, man. Will Hughes, Willie Boy,
Dude,
Hussy.
doing it, huh?
You need to put this guy in your fancy talk for
Doing it.
midweek because I think he's gonna be a player that's gonna play the rest of the season in and out.
So
but he
sharp.
is.
You think this guy's gonna?
He is exciting.
You think he's gonna continue to score?
Get flicks and
Is he gonna be? No,
This
this
Watford
guy
team's
plays.
gonna continue.
This
Yeah,
guy,
no, the Watford.
but dude,
yeah.
this guy plays. He's involved. He's creative.
That's
He's always
the-
he's
that's
finding the
the
sneaky
magic.
heel pass or he's taking shots. This guy will be involved no matter what.
That's it. He might not get, the goals and assists, but he's involved, and that's at his price. That's what you would gamble. You know,
He's
you would
exciting too.
gamble.
I like
Yeah,
this
man.
guy.
Yeah,
Dude, he balled out today.
Dude,
he balled out.
He's more like blonde hair or like albino than Schmeichel.
Yeah.
You know, like this guy looks
Dude, I thought he
hilarious
was
out
from
there.
Sweden. They're like, oh, look at this Swedish guy. The super blonde.
Yeah.
He's Welsh, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Dude, I gotta give a shout
Blondest
out
hair I've ever seen in my life.
to the
Isn't
Romanian.
it? It looks dyed.
No.
No,
Looks
I
like
don't know.
bleach.
Actually,
No
you
way.
can tell-
His
you can tell by the
doesn't-
face.
yeah, he's got
beard.
he's got
His
like a beard.
eyebrows,
red.
dude. His
You can't see
eyebrows.
it, yeah.
Guy's lit. He's
Dude, have you
lit.
seen his,
It's like a
Uh,
character from Dragon Ball Z.
Check out his
Super
who
Saiyan
scored
already.
picture.
Yeah, look at
You
it.
guys missed that.
Look at
Dude,
it.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Z right there.
That's
Dude, remember the ex-manager Kiko Sanchez Flores?
I love him.
He left his little cousin Kiko Firmino, the right back of Watford.
Nice.
Wait, was
This guy
that
is a
relation?
Problem.
Nice.
Nah, it's not.
Oh,
real.
okay.
I just made
Well,
that
He's
up.
out here throwing out bro signs for the people, not letting him know it's bro
Kiko and
signs.
Kiko does. There's a chance.
Like the Musa brothers.
both Spanish.
Musa Dembele, Musa
Yeah.
Sissoko.
Cisco, hey, hustle.
Best scarves in the league, by the way.
No, bro, I like this right back. Keep an eye for him. I love what I
yeah.
see from him going forward. Defensively, have to see a little bit more, but man, he's balling. He's absolutely balling. So Watford, the team to beat. Oddly
Team to
enough,
watch.
this was
They
David-
just
this was David-
they just lost 3 in a row coming into this one, so this broke a losing streak.
Nice.
You know, that Marco Silva, you know,
Almost
kind of
swings.
on the hot seat for a little bit, but this team,
Is David Moyes gonna be able to turn this West Ham team around?
No.
This was his first game.
I don't know, man.
I predicted West Ham was gonna win this just because the manager's first game type thing.
No.
But
I think he might because he's always been good at organizing defenses. He suffered at United because he couldn't get them going forward. But
and they looked
defensively,
pretty
they were
good
fine,
this
yeah.
game. West
No,
Ham
they
looked
created
pretty solid.
chances. Shout out to Gomez, triple save.
Oh, my
Oh,
God, man.
Arnautovic.
Arnautovic, he's been getting flack. He had a good game until he got
Yeah.
injured. I think he was very creative, but he should have scored at least 2 of those
And now
chances. that he
Kouyaté
had
as
against
well.
Gomez.
Kouyaté should have
well.
scored.
Kouyaté
right?
should have scored. So the chances were there. They were organized at the back against Watford. Still gave up 2, but man, a lot of positives.
I don't think West Ham finishes
Team-
above 12th place this year.
That's fine.
Dude, they
bro.
might get
As
relegated.
long
They
as
might
don't
get
No,
relegated.
they're not going to get relegated. I really don't believe that.
As long as they
But
don't,
I think they have too much talent to get relegated, but at the same time, they're not going to do well.
Newcastle.
I don't
went
think
down.
he's really going to turn them around that much because if you look at West Ham, I don't know what it is exactly, but he has a tough job ahead of him because at times it looks like they don't have desire, but then at times it looks as if the West Ham players just don't know what to do. As in,
You know-
creative-wise, they're making bad passes. They're
they're not
getting
at a point where they
dispossessed.
can go down a goal and fight back. Yeah,
You know what
they don't have
need,
that
man?
confidence.
They need to
yet.
flush that squad out. Not like right now, not get rid of 8 players, but over the next 2 years, it's
Rebuild.
rebuilding.
They need
You're
spark
fine.
plugs.
You
Someone
should
said,
sell-
"Boom,
Yeah, you
get
should
that
sell
team
4
going."
players next season, and then pick up maybe 6, and then sell another 4
Well,
or 5.
6.
and
That's a
pick up-
lot. That's a lot of
No,
players,
Huss, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not that many considering Everton. I think picked up like 6.
and they're doing bad.
Yeah, they're doing bad because their manager
Up like
couldn't get it out of
7.
them. But
Yeah.
like the depth is there. We all see Everton. Everton could do well if they had the
And
right
by the way, I'm
manager.
glad you brought up Everton because apparently they're going in with a third.
So rude.
Yeah, I know a third
Offer.
offer in there for Marco Silva, the manager for
Improved
Watford.
offer.
Yeah, so they really want him. And at this point in time, why would you leave Watford for Everton?
Why would any manager with a job in the EPL, unless you're managing Swansea or maybe even Palace, why would you leave? They're talking about Sean Dyche. They're trying to approach
Why
Sean
would you
Dyche
go?
at Burnley. Why would you go to this mess that's Everton?
Watford looks very talented right now.
do.
As in, they got
And he
they
has
didn't-
his
they did
guys.
some-
It's his
yeah.
guy. Like he brought
Yeah.
these guys in. He
Decore
believes in
and
them.
them,
He's
yeah.
playing in the system.
And like
he wants to
Richarlison.
play. He's comfortable right now.
These are players that look better, just straight up better than Everton players. So there's no reason to go deal with the defensive mess, the
Yeah.
unorganization. I know that he can help that, but
Plus
it-
Rooney tag politics and stuff
Yeah,
like
man.
that.
Rooney media distraction.
Yeah, there's a lot
Look,
going
He's in a
shout out
nice
to-
place.
Shout out to 2 things. Rick Carlson, he's real.
for being a baller.
Yeah, he's balling. It's
Yo,
easy
yeah.
to ball in the small stage. No one's really game planning. You will see how he's doing, match day 26,
He's bulldozing
27.
fools over too.
But he's doing freaking well.
Mhm.
Shout out to Watford for having the balls to go all the way to Brazil to buy Richarlison. Where do we see that, man? We never see that from these type of clubs.
I don't get it.
It's,
Now they get
it's
the budget.
money, man. It's
Now they
the
can
money
afford that
comes
plane
in. Now
ticket. They
you
can afford the Scott to go
send
out
the
there. You know,
scouts,
yeah.
It's brilliant, man.
That's a
EPL is
good call.
taking over.
Quick touch.
That wraps it up for match day 12 review. We got one more game. Brighton versus Stoke. As we record this, has yet to be played.
Brighton,
Quick
Hove,
predictions.
and Albion.
Uh,
Hope you lose.
you can go score or just winner. Brighton versus Stoke. Tom, what do you think?
I hate your name, so I'm going Stoke in a 1-0 away win.
Oh boy. Anyone else?
I see Brighton going down. It's a tough call, man. I see a draw.
Brighton's sitting at 9th right now.
Stoke's
Stoke's
doing
sitting at
nice.
15th.
this is actually what I was going to get into real quick. I mean, look at the standings right now. 7th is Burnley, 8th is Watford, 9th is Brighton, 10th is Huddersfield,
Doing work.
11th is Newcastle. Like, that's crazy. 7th through 11th, I mean,
All underdogs.
That's
Well,
crazy.
that's
exactly.
where West Ham and
Those are
Everton should
it's
be.
almost like
Happens
we
every
talked
year.
about West Ham changing out. It's almost like the EPL in general is just changing out those teams that have been there forever You're down
It's
there.
all the money.
Yep.
It's
New
the new
blood.
money, man.
Yeah.
It's changing.
And the
It's
new
flipping- it's
energy as
flipping
well.
the league on its head.
All these young players coming in for Brighton and stuff, they've never played in the Prem. This is a big stage. You play well here, you can find yourself at United, Arsenal, Chelsea, yada yada. So there's that motivation of that first year. That's why usually teams don't go up and come back down unless something's severely wrong. It usually takes 2 or 3 years because then you lose that momentum. It becomes a grind.
I mean, I have to go with Brighton just for the fact it's hard to go against Pascal Gross.
I'm gonna go Brighton too. I think Brighton, almost TCB.
That's a logical
Stoke.
pick. I just picked in my heart.
Cool.
I think I did draw in the predictions.
It's aggressive. It's
Very
aggressive. I'm glad
aggressive,
Huss overtalked you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
thanks us.
Big game though in La Liga. Big game in La Liga. The
Como
Athletic-
está usted?
the Madrid derby.
Is it a big game?
Snooze
huge
fest.
game.
They basically played it like it was a relegation. Not even relegation, but I think a relegation battle would have been more fun to watch.
Nah,
This was a
man.
very stalemate. We respect each other.
Tepid.
We're chasing Barca. It was very tepid, dude.
No one get injured
dudes
here,
were
guys.
cowards.
Griezmann got
coward.
booed off the field when he came off. They're
He
legend.
played a bad game, but again he was isolated. So
He
I
was
felt
shy,
for
bro.
Griezmann.
You know what? Go find the ball,
I felt
man.
for him.
Go find the ball. That's it. You have
Yeah,
to look
that's
at
that
easy.
expression.
Against Cruz, Casemiro, Ramos, and these guys. Go find the ball.
Run. That's
Easy
all we're
to-
saying. Run. Run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hustling?
Like us. Yeah. Run.
Yeah, like
Dude,
that
when your
was
home
out there
fans are
trying.
booing you, he didn't run, bro. If
They
you watch
want-
the game, he didn't
I
run.
did watch the game.
They want to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
your
yeah.
heart. They want to see the
Heart,
desire
Heart,
come
that's it.
come through your
Whether
pores.
he misses 7 chances,
The
cool.
only,
Get
you
up
know
hard.
why people saying this? Because he's been linked with a move away. Some people already saying that
Yes.
Griezmann has been signed by Barcelona.
Or PSG.
You know, or PSG, whoever the links
Or
are.
United.
So I think that's what's contributing to the boos is that they see, okay, you had a bad game and you're linked and you're gonna leave. Now we're gonna boo you.
Spain's tough love, man.
Griezmann's not
Spain
going
is
to
tough
United.
love.
There's a better chance Dybala going to United.
That's fine.
But
You
also,
say that like.
but if he gets
He's in the
signed,
boardroom, he knows.
if Griezmann gets signed to Barcelona, there's talks that Suarez wants to leave. I wouldn't mind Suarez coming back to Liverpool.
That's never gonna
Put
happen.
that in a deal. Put that in a
You know
deal
where
with
Suarez is
Coutinho.
going? No, you know where
First.
Suarez is going? PSG or like Juventus
Yeah.
or somewhere big.
I
He's
know.
gonna go
Somewhere-
retire nicely.
I know.
But I want to
Going
come
to
Go to a
Uruguay.
retiring
Yeah.
home.
Back to
He ain't
Uruguay.
coming back.
Uruguay.
Dude,
Barcelona smack. Oh, were you gonna go into this game a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit, man. I mean, CR7. Oh man,
Can't
this
buy a
might sound
bucket.
blasphemous, but I thought for the first time, CR7 looked old in this game. His movement, he got beat in the foot race by one friend. Dude, so like I'm
Case
just
is
saying,
done.
like we're seeing the cracks. Yes, he's still
Seeing the age.
probably the best finisher in the game, but the age is starting to become apparent in terms of his speed. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to drop that nugget.
Look,
there.
he's
It
already-
was the first time I saw.
Yeah.
I saw CR7. I was like, damn,
Yeah, I
this-
saw
he
that.
looks a little
And it was
old,
uncomfortable.
dude.
One front didn't work too hard to beat him to it.
No.
I've seen hints of what you're talking about, Tom. But I think it's just this is the biggest. Last year was a big transition year for him. Still produced, still won titles and stuff. This year's gonna be even tougher for him to transition fully, full fledged into that number 9. Or wherever position he's gonna
Well-
play. He's got to reinvent himself if he really can't
Well,
keep
Get
real
ready
up.
for
quick.
that World Cup.
Little nugget, he refused to sign his contract, and they're rumoring it's because of speculations of them bringing in the number 9. So he knows that he can't play that
he's
wing
holding
position.
out, yeah.
He wants that number 9 position from Benz.
But he's not
And if
scoring.
he doesn't get it, he's gonna leave.
And Ben's too is also he's hurting as well. But another thing, Sergio Ramos broke his nose this game.
Dude, what a kick to the face! What a
to
hero.
the face by
Yes.
Lucas Hernandez.
But getting back to CR7 real quick, how many times throughout history we saw that he would have Benz's back saying like, I don't want anybody else, I want him, I want him. Do you think he's been planning this for the last 5 years or like 3 years, saying I'm going to keep him here because I don't know if I could beat out a new guy coming in?
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But then
Hell of a conspiracy theory.
other question,
Such a rabbit.
how long till he leaves Real Madrid then?
Raul.
I think like 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I think in 3 years he's gone just because of age. Madrid's not that kind of club
So
to be
3 years for you?
sentimental. I'd
think
say 3 years
this-
max. I'd say,
Say 2.
Not this summer, the summer after.
He'll be
that.
he's gonna be 34 in 2 years.
Yeah, and
This
Real
summer.
Madrid's not.
I still think he wants to play at the top level. I think he's gone this summer.
Yeah, but he could. Yeah, I mean,
Gone
he
this
could be.
summer?
I don't know. I think that's
Summer coming up
Look, if they bring in
after the World Cup.
if they bring
Damn.
in like Griezmann, then maybe I actually won't go because Real Madrid. But what I'm saying is, if they bring in like a proper stellar number 9, I think he's out.
Bang.
Neymar to Madrid.
Yeah, they're talking about that. How does PSG feel? Just spent
Jaded.
$250 million, and there's mad rumors coming out, and Neymar's not doing well to quash them.
He
That's
doesn't
fine.
care.
Sell him for 300.
Doing his thing.
If you can,
Did you want to go into?
No, I was just gonna run through some scores real quick.
Yeah.
Leganes 0, Barcelona 3. Barcelona just opening up that gap. I think it's up to 12 points now, or 8 points.
Love that name, Leganés.
PSG moving over to Lille.
Yeah, it's 10 on Real Madrid.
10, yeah, on both of them because they tied.
10.
Yeah. PSG 4, Nancy 1, Monaco 1. What is this? Amiens. Can't say these French names. 1-1. Monaco stumbling. Bayern Munich, TCB's 3-0. Borussia Dortmund's 2-1. They lose 2-1 without Aubameyang, who was suspended by the club for breaking team rules.
Oh, jeez.
I always love when they stand up like that for like morality. Like, I think it's cool, man. Like, it's good for team spirit. Doesn't matter who you are, you break the rules, you
Cool.
sit.
All right, I'll see you later.
Sampdoria 3, Juve 2. Big upset in Serie A. Napoli smashes AC Milan 2-1. I call that a smash
Because Milan sucks.
Yeah.
Milan.
And then
Milan's
AS
not a-
Roma in a massive
big
derby
one.
game. AS Roma 2, Lazio 1. My boy Nangalan gets the winner. Absolutely beautiful. If you guys want to see highlights of these games, click the link in the description. Sign up to our email, and they'll get kicked right to you. That way you don't need to chase them all over the place. Anything else before we wrap up, guys?
Just a real thought. We're talking about Italy right
a
there.
fake thought.
How much of a disappointment is AC Milan right now?
They're not
Huge.
disappointed at all.
Waste of money.
Seventh place?
Look, I don't think...
Who's disappointed? What'd you expect?
Thank
Them to win 5 trophies?
You bought
No, it's not
11...
enough.
The 5-4 Champions League
No,
spot.
you bought 11 players. It's going to take time, man. They're still in 7th. The
They've been
Champions League
flirting around
spot's not
10th
that
for
far.
how long now?
Look, it's not... You brought in 11 guys. Guys, what did we all think was
They're
gonna
gonna
they were
gel
gonna
like
battle?
that.
No, I don't think they were going to gel like that, but I thought they'd be above Sampdoria right now.
They brought in the best match. They brought
7 points away from Sampdoria.
They
right
quote
now.
unquote brought in the best defender in
Yeah.
Italy,
When you
maybe
bring in
top 3 in the
Bonucci,
world.
You know what I mean? And the goals, what do they have?
I got
18
nothing.
goals against, 19
I don't care
goals
that much.
for.
I don't care either.
Yeah, I don't care that
Nah,
much.
I do because I think it's just showing you that you can't always just
By success.
you can't buy success. Thanks, us for sure.
I think...
Tell
I
United.
think- Look, I think you can, man. I just think you can't buy overnight success.
Chelsea.
They got enough
Chelsea
money
bought
to-
it.
Yeah,
Chelsea bought a Champions
success.
League.
They have enough.
Dude,
They
Yeah.
could have bought 2 if John Terry didn't wear his banana shoes that day.
Exactly.
You know?
You can buy it. It's just
Slip and
match day 12.
slide.
It's just match day 12. I think they'll be fine, dude.
Just
They
wanna
got the
say,
quality.
Edison Cavani, he won. He
Edinson.
did
Eddie.
man of the match against that Nantes team.
Clinical.
The man is clinical. In 12 appearances, he has 15 goals. I mean,
How many chances? 30?
come on, guys.
Thank you.
Come on, guys.
He
This guy.
leads the table in goals,
chances.
and then he leads the table in missed chances.
That's
Some
a-
says he's clinical.
He's clinical.
That's like
He
leading in
leads
home
in
runs and leading in
goals.
strikeouts. You
Clinical.
know, like are you hitting the
You
ball?
smash home runs?
Are you hitting the ball every time getting on base? No, but when you do hit it, it's out of the park.
And you hit it a lot of the times too, don't you?
But where's the
The most, in
But
fact.
how's the level off? Is that hurting the
It's
team?
all
or
saying,
helping the
man,
team?
this guy's
It's all
having a
about
great
service.
season.
He's playing in a weak league with the best team, arguably one of the best teams in Europe put together. Of course, his supply, he's going to
Just
get the
say
most
he's
goals.
clinical.
No, I'm
He's
not.
not.
It's good.
All right.
This is
He
like,
ain't
this is like
clinical.
playing.
He's
this-
good, but
this
he's
is like
like- he's
scoring
clinical,
This is like
dude.
scoring like 5-6 goals in FIFA while playing on
Oh my
professional.
God. Yeah, it's
What do
like
you play,
playing. It's like every
world
time I
class?
play against
Amateur.
you, dude.
All right. I like it.
It's like when I play against you.
I like
All
it.
right, everybody.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking us out.
Happy Thanksgiving.
See you later.
Shit poo.